G's on the intro today, baby.
All right, welcome back to the Workers' Comp podcast. We're joined here by Eddie, Dakota, Presley, and G. Dakota, introduce yourself because you weren't here for the last one, bro.
Hi guys, I'm Dakota. I wasn't here for the last one. That's about it.
That's all you got.
Why weren't you here for the last one?
Yeah, let's hear this.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Why weren't you?
I told you guys the reason why.
Exactly. You can't tell the podcast.
Tell our viewers.
Yeah, go on, let's hear it.
I've been having a lot of problems with, I had a sinus infection pretty bad, and I've been on and off, really bad congestion.
It has nothing to do with the fact that he was out till 4 a.m. the night before.
Yeah, and he was screaming his lungs off, singing songs, so he lost his voice.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the fact
that
he
nothing
went
at
out.
all.
To our fellow viewers, I hope you guys are having a good day. Let's kick it back, crack open a cold one, relax, and let's get in this.
So I actually wanted to jump in before we get into anything real big. We made the decision this week that these are delayed. I feel like that needs to be said just in case we cover something and something happens and so it gets put out. So we're and then sometimes at some point one of us is gonna get a haircut or something, and I might post it out of order because I felt something came up. You know what I mean? In one that was more important. Mm-hmm. And so one week we'll have long hair, and the next week we'll have short hair. So I feel like that should just be we'll clear the confusion immediately.
Yeah. So there you have it, guys. Let's get in this. What are we gonna talk? What are we bringing up first, guys? What are we bringing up first?
First, we're gonna talk about G's sex life.
As our viewers that don't know, I am the only single one in the group. Everybody else has
different relationship status.
Mm-hmm.
We got a married man in here. We got a dating guy in here, and we got a soon-to-be father in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got single G, bachelor G over here. And we're gonna start a segment. It's gonna be called G's Search for Love.
Yeah.
So tell us about this woman that you had sex with this week. And put it in as broad terms as you can, so that way everybody knows the dirty things you did in bed.
Oh my God. No, we're not gonna. I'm not gonna go that deep into it, but I will tell you
It sounds like you already went that deep.
Did you piss in your mouth?
No, she did not piss in my mouth.
Did you piss in her mouth?
No, I did not. It's so disgusting, bro. If any of us were ever to do that, I could not look at her ever again.
No golden showers. Tune in next week to see if G had a golden shower. Anyways, G, how was this girl?
Man, so I've known this girl for a while, but we only hit each other up ever to fuck. So she texted me on that Wednesday morning. She was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm at work," because I was working all day that day. I was like, "Why the fuck is this girl texting me right now?" And she was like, "I'm horny as fuck. I need you to pull up." And I was like, I'm at work. Well, why do you want me to pull up? And she was like, I want you to do and she gave me a list of things that she wanted me to do to her. And I was like, I'm down for that, but I'm at work. So throughout this shift, I was just she was just texting me and I was texting her back. And after work, I told Presley this right before I did it, that I was going to go get laid. And as Eddie knows, after every shift, I buy my, you could say my poison. I buy my poison. So I drank my poison and headed over to her place, and things got crazy. Was it worth it? I don't. It was not worth it at all.
So we don't think this girl is the Mrs. Duran of the future. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, she is not 100%. She didn't even.
Who is the Durant of the future?
Do we have? Well, I think that's the whole point. That's what we're trying to find.
What is your
life
dream girl?
Yeah,
my dream girl.
Presley she's a gym rat, bro. She's gonna be a gym rat.
She's gonna be a gym rat, obviously. I guess I like the girls that are a lot more quiet than the girls that are a lot more out there. If a girl's a lot more out there and straight up. It's because everybody, the opposite of me is what I'm looking for, bro. Eddie, I hate you, man. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very picky about how it comes to a woman I actually want to spend time with because I enjoy my single life. I don't really want to give it up for anybody that's not worth it. So that's what makes it so difficult to find somebody.
So you just want someone that will
Fuck you.
just work out with you, or
Work out with you and then get home and have sweaty fucks. Like,
you didn't really
No,
explain
bro,
what
like-
your future girl is.
I mean, like my future girl has
You know-
to, like she's kind of gotta like she's got to be like humble, quiet, obviously work out,
quiet,
not necessarily
why
like
quiet?
like shy, quiet.
not shy, but like she can't be like, oh my god, I'm so beautiful, like on all the
That
dudes
goes
are like,
humble. That's not quiet.
Okay, then humble, bro.
I mean, he
Sorry.
did say humble, but he's quiet.
But you can't use both, if that's what you meant. When you think of quiet, you think of like a shy girl.
Yeah, you do. That's right. Yeah, you do. You think of a shy girl. So I'd prefer like a humble girl over a girl that's confident. Like, or what would be the opposite of humble? Whatever that would be. I want a humble person.
Cocky.
Yeah.
Cocky, yeah. I don't like girls that are cocky. You can convert that over to confidence or whatever. Whatever you pick and choose, that's
I
what
feel
it
like
is.
confidence and cockiness are two different things. Like,
Yeah, it's completely.
Well, because confidence comes like
Like,
it's
you can be
partly
confident,
no,
you know
but
what I mean?
not
But,
really, because like in sports, if you're confident, that means you're probably just like, oh, my best ability is pretty damn good. If you're cocky, you're typically thinking that you are better than you are.
True.
Cockiness is past confidence.
But cockiness can also come from how good you are. Because like take LeBron James, right? He's cocky,
No,
but
he's
he knows
confident
he's-
because he knows how fucking good at basketball he is.
But that also
Yikes.
brings in cockiness because he doesn't have to say he's good or anything like that because he
I wouldn't say cockiness so much as
no, it's definitely just like a confidence level. A high. It might be a high. It might be a little overconfident, but it's not cocky. I think it's not quite cocky. I think a cocky guy would be
I mean, it's like knowing your job like the back of your hand.
Yeah,
He
that's
knows
like,
the game like the back of his hand, and he's good at it. So, I mean,
But there has to be a little bit of like he has to be like I'm the best, you know.
I mean,
at
he never-
he is the best. I mean,
But I don't-
Yeah, but you have to
I
put
feel
it.
like that was
you
a-
just did, what?
I feel like that was a bad example.
that was a
Yeah,
horrible
because
example.
I don't think. He,
Okay, then who
he-
would y'all say is a good example? Bring me a good example. Give me a good example.
I don't really watch much basketball, so I don't know like a
Yeah,
basketball
I
player.
don't either.
Yeah.
But
All
if
right.
you take like Richard
But fuck
Sherman,
Steph Curry.
like Richard Sherman, he's like, I'm the best fucking corner in the league. Like I'm fucking nobody can do anything. Like
I don't know if that's
He's
even
not.
a good
That's
example.
definitely
Yeah.
He was. At
Yeah.
the time, he was.
Richard-
I
though.
know,
Richard-
but, like, he
no.
still thinks like that he's like the
He
goat.
still hadn't
I
played
mean, he's
in 2
definitely
years.
fucking.
He was
Probably-
like 5, 6, 7 years ago.
I would say he's probably a top 3 corner. That's probably not a good example either. I'm
Yeah,
trying to think
I
of
don't know,
See, my best examples would be baseball players, and y'all don't.
I don't know baseball,
Exactly.
so I
y'all
wouldn't
don't
get it.
understand
the
baseball at
dying
all.
sport
so.
of America.
So, before we get into our subjects, we got anything? July 4th, just to put people in perspective of how far back this is being recorded, July 4th is tomorrow. I think all of us are just planning to work. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's 4th of July is I mean, it's obviously America's birthday, but I mean, it's nothing. I'd rather work than.
Yeah, you're more of a Cinco de Mayo type of guy.
Yeah, I'm more of a Cinco de Mayo
Yeah,
kind of
Cinco de
guy.
Mayo goes hard.
I go out there with the chips and the salsa, and I
Yeah.
bring the
Hell
You probably
yeah.
don't
bring
even
the whole
eat
nine, the whole
chips
9
and
yards, the
salsa.
grill with the carne
Eat
asada.
some
That's
Tostitos salsa.
yes, sir.
You got
That's
some
what-
enchiladas.
No
I got you.
homemade? No,
Have
no,
some- have
no
press-
tomate?
Have Presley make you some enchiladas
I bring out the
at work.
tecates. You know what it is.
I did make some enchiladas at work the other night.
They're fucking trash. Come,
They were trash. Whose were they?
Huh?
bro.
I made them with the kitchen ingredients.
Oh, you made them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Let me tell you,
So
the
now
work,
I know how good they are.
the work
fucking
chili
awful.
was just not.
It's not it, bro. It's,
It was not. The
it's got to
play.
be homemade, bro.
Yeah, and the flour tortilla, the corn is definitely better.
I've never been to a
Oh.
Tex-Mex restaurant that has corn tortillas, but I don't go to Tex-Mex restaurants.
Really?
See, I only go to Tex-Mex and all. Most of them, like
Most
So
of them have
what's-
actually corn
so what's your
tortillas, bro.
favorite-
yeah, Mexican uses corn.
Yeah.
The fuck?
You don't like Mexican Inn?
No, dude, they're trash. There's a
Trippin'.
reason.
I might go to Mexican Inn right after this. Because you said that.
There's a They try to give out free meals because no one goes there.
They really give out free meals, bro? I've never heard of this.
All right. So we're all just planning to work. You get off at 2, 3.
3. Yeah.
So you got any plans tomorrow night?
No.
No.
For our viewers, we
I played
all
mine.
pretty much work a 9 to 5. So if
No, we
They
don't.
Not at all.
No.
I don't get off till 10 tomorrow. That's 5 hours after.
okay,
5.
so like this, like
Are you trying to say we're all like blue collar? Is that what you're trying to
Yeah,
say?
that's exactly what I'm saying,
That's
bro.
not-
How are we like?
No, if you would have said blue collar, that makes sense. But a 9 to 5 is a 9 to 5. We're not working. Not a single person
Bro,
here works 9 to 5.
9 to 5 means blue. Like that's what they mean. That's
No.
slang.
No.
All right, whatever.
9
whatever.
to 5 means you work from 9 a.m. to
Whatever,
5 p.m.
bro.
Hey Dakota, what time do you get to work?
7.
What time do you get off?
10.
No, normally 2. So 7. That's a 7 to 2. Hey Eddie, what
2 to
time do
10.
you we'll go to your morning shift because I know both of them. Neither of them are 9 to 5, so I could just give me one.
5:30.
Okay, so 5:30 to
3.
not 9 to 5. Hey, what time do you get to work tomorrow?
6, bro.
Yeah, what time do you get off?
2.
Yeah, that would be nice though to have like a 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. shift.
That's what those mids are.
That's what most people work, bro.
Must be so nice.
That's what.
That would be
mids
so,
are.
dude.
That's what
getting
Jared
up late,
offered
bro.
me. Jared offered me a mid tomorrow, and I declined.
Honestly, people hate on 9 to 5 so much, but you can wake up, you can go out drinking, and you can wake up with a little bit of hangover, drink like 5 waters before you go in.
Hey man, I like my 2 to 10s.
I like how the only thing he thinks about with what time you go to work is how much alcohol you could drink and how quick you can
So
recover.
this is
Because
how much-
before you go to
people are
work.
always like,
You can
That's the first thing that comes to mind.
So just in case you wonder why we pick on you for being an alcoholic.
because I'm an alcoholic. I mean,
See, bro, Dakota, like, we obviously pointed it out last week and, like, made jokes about it. Dakota wasn't even here last week, and he knew that was going to be a theme.
I don't care if it is or not. Alcohol tastes good. Our viewers know
We had this
alcohol
argument last
to a
week.
certain extent tastes
Uh,
good.
I would
Yeah, I mean,
disagree.
I don't think it's all about the taste though.
Yeah,
It's
I think
all
a
about the
taste thing.
feeling.
Yeah.
It's
No.
It's not a taste thing at all.
It is
How-
100%
A lot of people
about the
hate
feeling.
the taste of alcohol,
Unless we're
but they
talking
drink it
about
just
like
to
a
get
good.
Dude, I love the taste of alcohol. I don't care what
I
y'all
don't mind
say.
the taste of a
You've been
Jack
drinking
and
it since you were
Coke, but I'm
7.
not drinking a Jack and Coke for joy. I'm drinking a Jack and Coke to get fucked off.
Yeah, but there's a fine line with alcohol. What do you like to drink?
What do you have is the question.
Well, no.
Exactly. You are just you're getting
And there's
drunk.
the problem.
You're just drinking to get
Well,
drunk.
no. Hold on.
Well, it doesn't. So picture this.
This-
People go fishing to relax, right? They're not going to go get fucked up. They go to relax. They crack open a beer, take a 6-pack with them,
Just like
go
the people
fishing.
on a golf course.
Yeah.
But 90% of the people that drink on a golf course
Or fuck.
are leaving fucked up.
Yeah.
So I don't.
They're leaving to try to get a DWI.
Basically, but somehow I feel like there should be more. Like, why? If you're a cop, why don't you just
Just sit
sit
outside a
10
golf
miles
course,
out
yeah,
of
just
a
sit
golf
right off
course?
a
and
golf
be
course.
They do. The
I-
one off Westworth. There's always a cop there. So
That's Westworth though, bro. They're always waiting for somebody.
They're not waiting for a DWI. They're waiting for a
anybody.
hit and run, fucking
I got
crack
pulled over because
bus.
my blinker was on for too long. They said.
Oh my god.
Or no. I was passing
That's-
up. I was passing up the entrance, and I was like, it was packed, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to the other side, the
Yeah.
the gas station right there.
Yeah.
And he pulled me over because he was like, I was just making sure that you weren't under the influence.
Oh my god.
What? I'm like
Hey,
17 years.
before-
I was 16 years old at the time. I'm like, all right.
Before we get into our subjects, actually, we're gonna acknowledge the fact that gas, since the last time we recorded,
Is-
gas has dropped off 50 cents.
Yeah.
That's a major plus.
Yeah.
Since
We're winning out
that's
here.
a week.
We're winning out here. I take that as that's a dub. That's a dub for.
I mean, he should have never got it this high in the first place. But yeah, I'll take what I can get.
we don't control the system, Eddie. We can't do
know.
everything.
And we pay full price for gas, just in case anybody was wondering. We may work at a gas station, but we do indeed pay full price.
No
Yeah.
discounts, no nothing. We get nothing. We pay what you pay.
Yep. But why did gas go down?
You know, thinking about a holiday weekend, I would have thought it would have gone up,
Yeah.
or at least stayed where it was for another week.
Major holiday.
It's a major travel holiday.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to go to the lakes. Like
Yeah, people are
Ga-
gassing
they're
up their
putting
boats,
gas up
their
their
trucks,
boats,
like,
like-
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know if any of y'all been to a lake on 4th of July.
it's fucking ridiculous. There's nothing.
to do
Yeah.
because there's so many people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
stupid.
And
Um,
you see people skiing and stuff. I'm like, dude, you are just. I mean, I guess there's a point to being safe, but I'm gonna Google why.
I saw a video. I think it was yesterday. These people were pulling a tube behind them, and this pontoon boat came by like fucking ripping and drove over the line of the tube and was probably like a couple feet away from just fucking drilling these kids on this tube.
Oh my god.
And like that shit was fucking so close, bro. Like it just comes flying out of the camera and just goes right over their tow rope. Just like it was so close to hitting those kids off the tube.
I don't know, man. It's just they go to the lake, but yeah, the lake is so packed. You're waiting out there. You're waiting in line to get into the lake for at least like 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And then you go to the lake, and it's so like packed.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like. There's like a little bit of beach space on the lakes, right? But it's gonna be like crowded as fuck.
Yeah.
You're gonna wait an hour to get into a boat ramp, and then you're not gonna be able to drive anywhere because there's so many boats that you can't fucking move.
Yeah. I don't know, but some people don't do that. They go and pop fireworks or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also a lot of people have like lake houses and stuff. So like, my dad knows a guy who has a lake house, so we'll go out to like the lake house or whatever and just like chill on the dock.
Well, that was my point with.
And it's not crowded, but obviously.
That was my point with the gas, though, is that you have to drive to said lake house. I mean,
Yeah.
you're still traveling. A lot of people are still
Oh,
traveling.
yeah, no, I mean everybody fucking uses gas on 4th of July.
I mean, I'll be using
The
gas to get
majority-
to work and back.
The majority of people don't just like go to work and then go home and go to bed. They go out somewhere, fill up their boats, jet skis.
Your boy will
trucks,
be
like-
going to work, going home and going to bed.
Yeah, and I mean,
I gotta be up 8 hours later. Go back to work.
it's gonna be what it's gonna be, bro.
So let's go ahead and get into our subjects. If you're just watching this one for the first time, the last one was a pretty good episode, and we talked. And what we do is we just bring up certain subjects, we talk about them, not necessarily have to be political or anything like that. And if we do, it is our own opinion. Feel how you want about it. Let us know how you feel about it. Whatever, we don't care. We're just
Go
Take
to
it with
the,
a grain of
go to the
salt.
comments. Let us know how you feel.
Yeah, we just have to make it apparent that it is our own opinion, and like we ask you to respect it. But I'm gonna let Eddie over here introduce our subjects today.
So 2 subjects I have to go on is the emissions that American cars put out, even though they have a whole bunch of emission systems on them. Are they any better than any other country without emission systems? And I'm going into this as countries that have pretty much the same cars, not like Cambodia where they have, whatever they have down there. And the second thing is electric cars better in emissions than if you were to get a fuel efficient, hybrid car or, just a regular car. So that's the topics that, some of the topics we are going to cover today, hopefully. So.
Who wants to start?
Okay,
the
so
conversation?
first off, I'm not really like.
So first off, let's start it off on this. And I don't know if we want to go in order by which is which, but let's start it off with electric cars because I think there's a bunch of publicity and hate on electric cars. Has anybody ever drove an electric car or rode an electric car?
I've been in one.
I've ridden one. I've never driven one.
I've never driven it or been in one.
Yeah. Okay.
You rode in a Tesla.
Yeah. I've rode in a couple Teslas.
Have you ever drove one?
Driving one, no. Usually owners are pretty douchey on
Stingy.
that. Yeah. I won't put douchey, but yeah, pretty stingy. They don't want you to wreck their car
Yeah.
like it matters. But yeah, let's get down to it. I mean, a lot of people hate the fact that electric is the new future, and depending on what people think, and and one thing that I've come across is everybody thinks that just because you power on the grid, you are causing more damage to the atmosphere, and you can take it with a grain of salt for all I care, but there are not that many coal plants out there, and that's the biggest thing behind that is, oh, well, the coal plant puts out this much, you're charging the car. Yeah, everything puts out emissions, everything. There is nothing that is, completely friendly to our environment. But the whole thing is being able to put out the least amount. And that was one thing that I wanted to cover, because from the research I did look up online, yes, if a coal plant was to produce 100% of the power for us, and you were to charge your car, then yes, a regular gasoline car is actually more CO2 friendly than an electric car. And it's not by much, but a significant amount. But in Texas, for instance, a lot of our power is ran by natural gas, solar panels, and wind farms. So, and that source, the electric car is a better choice, as in CO2 friendly, better for the environment. Yes, it does take a lot to produce the battery packs, but I mean, your car takes a lot to produce all the parts in it too. So it's kind of a hit or miss on it, but as far as it goes, like for what the car output does, electric does do a lot better, unless you live in
Yeah, I mean, like, electric cars definitely, like, I mean, they have less emissions output, even if you counter in, like, how you're generating the power and everything. It's just, like, I feel like it needs to be more advanced.
Yeah, but you got to understand, this is the beginning of it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But I feel like some places are moving a little too fast, like, trying to push everyone to get electric cars.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
'Cause it's, like, places, like, if I were to get one where I live, would be fucking awful, because there's nowhere to fucking charge it.
Well,
So, my grandpa lives in California, and he has a Tesla. He has solar power. Like, his fucking house is self-sufficient, and he can just charge the thing. He literally doesn't even have to fucking pay to charge it. So, like, completely understandable. But, like, if I get one where I live, or, like, if I wanted to go on, like, vacation or something, I'd have to stop and charge it, or, like, there's nowhere in our area to even charge one.
Here's the thing about solar power. Like, in Texas right now, that's, like, the major, like, everybody's converting right now.
Yeah.
But it's not as efficient as...
And, like, people who live in, like, apartment complexes. Like, Presley lives in an apartment. Like, where's he going to charge his car? They don't have one, especially if, like, everyone in there were to get one. Like, they don't even have a single charging station. You
installed in the garage, like...
Yeah.
Really, the installment fee...
It's like
$5,000 to
$8,000.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
Are y'all talking about for the charging?
Yeah, for charger.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it's expensive, bro.
So there's what comes with the car is 110 volt charging, which will take you a week to charge your car. It gives it like 2 miles per every hour charge, or you can put in the 220, 230, which will charge it. It's like it's super fast. I mean, it's not like, oh, you plug it in and 10 minutes later you're driving off with it. No, of course not.
It's like iPhone.
Hours.
It's like iPhone or
it's
any
like
phone.
Charging any other electronic device. I mean,
bro, y'all are tripping on the price here.
How? What?
So are y'all talking about the equipment or the installation itself?
Both.
like together.
Because it says right here, a straightforward installation can range from $750 to $1,500.
Okay, but at your apartment, do you think they have the wiring ran to that garage?
I know they do, actually.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Okay.
They do.
I know.
So,
I know people
maybe
that have it at
maybe
my-
for your instance it's different, but not everywhere
even,
has
like,
that.
Even in that case, you only have so many garages. You have a lot of people living in those apartments. Like, if everyone were to buy an electric vehicle, then 3/4 of your apartment population is just fucked.
Yeah.
Because not everyone can have a garage, because you only have so many dedicated.
Yeah, but I mean, you're also paying $120 a fucking month.
Yeah,
for
you also
garage.
have to pay extra for the apartment, and then extra for the charger to get put in.
But even then, like, if
But let's be real. If you're living in an apartment, you probably shouldn't be driving a Tesla
Yeah.
anyways. You should probably focus on some other things.
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
dude, but
areas that are trying to force electric vehicles, like what would?
Well, there's no area really trying to
Not out
force
here.
electric
Not out
vehicles.
here. We're not having that issue.
I mean, it's definitely an incentive in some states.
Yeah.
Some of the incentives they give you are ridiculous. Like, hey, you go buy this car and you'll get $7,500, back on your tax.
What was that car that you said they were giving out a ridiculous amount of money for the gas? Because the gas was so...
the Toyota... I don't know how to say it. It's like it spells out future for the in Chinese or something. Mariah, there it is. So yeah, that's not what I wanted.
Go up a little bit. Go that one.
Yeah, the fuel cell. Actually, that picture looks really good compared to the first model of the first.
For our viewers, what is this car, Eddie?
This is basically a car that is hydrogen powered. So the difference between electric and hydrogen power is hydrogen. Or okay, so let's say
So it's releasing zero emissions.
it's then again you still got to create the hydrogen, but.
Yeah, I mean the car is releasing zero. What goes
According to
in-
the website
into
right
everything.
there, it says zero emissions.
Yeah, zero emissions to the car,
The
but
car, the
Yeah,
car.
the car
That's,
releases
that's
zero.
our concern right now. We're
Okay,
going to
so-
specifically talk about said car.
But the only difference is your electric isn't going to change due to weather climate. In the wintertime, your battery tends to reduce its miles because electric just doesn't like the cold. I'm guessing I don't really know the whole gif of it, but basically what the hydrogen power does is I don't know, it's crazy though.
It honestly looks like a sick car too.
But
what's the name of this car?
Mariah?
yeah, it's like
Mariah.
it's like future.
A Toyota Mariah.
Yeah. But the problem is, again, okay, like if you were to buy this car, like when they were first introducing it, they gave you like a $10,000, gas card, and it was to fill up at these hydrogen plants. And the reason why is
What was it, like $40 a gallon or something like
Yeah,
that?
Oh my God.
yeah.
But you're also
How
the
many
range is pretty good. The range is better on it too, isn't it? Slightly.
it's the same, basically 500. I think it's like
$16 a gallon.
$16 a gallon. It gets
How many gallons is the tank?
probably like 2 or 3. Doesn't really say. But anyways, but then okay, you can buy them. They were introduced in California, but if you look where you can purchase it. So I'm doing this with one hand, so I look. There's, I got it. There we go. So if you, I don't know if you can see the map, but it's all in California. There's none
There's
throughout
two in Washington.
well, in the edge of Washington.
Yeah, like on the fucking top
Yeah,
corner.
that's
That's
actually
fucking
in
Canada.
Yeah, it's like, they released this car, and there's nothing to power it. I mean, and that's what sucks,
And it's the same thing with like the electric, like trying to push like electric. Like
yeah.
there's so much of California that doesn't have access to that shit. Like, do you know how much of California is just mountains and just fucking
Yeah.
farmland and just like nothing nearby to be able to do that shit? And like in California, just to drive a pickup, like if you drove like a fucking Silverado, you have to pay taxes on that because trucks aren't they're like commercial vehicles. You have to have a commercial vehicle and you have to pay tax on it just to drive a pickup truck.
Are you serious, man?
Yeah, so like if you live out somewhere like in the mountains and you got to like cut trees or like do some shit, like, and you need a truck to live out there, you need to like bring shit in and out, you have to pay more money for that.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
So right here on this car, it shows right here. It has a 402-mile range, but they also give you a complimentary fuel card up to 6 years or $15,000. So, and it's eligible for an HOV car lane sticker. I don't know.
What is that?
HOV lanes, it's like carpool lanes. So if you have like more than two, I think it is in most parts. Sometimes it's like two or more.
Those in Houston.
Yeah, they're all over in California. But if you have like more than certain amount of
They
people
have a
in your
couple
car.
in
Then
They're
it's
in
like
Dallas too.
it's like a toll road.
Yeah.
There's less traffic.
I got you.
So basically, if you carpool, you can go faster.
Hella in Arizona too.
Yeah.
We use that thing to go to the games.
Some people got in trouble for
Yeah.
putting they put like mannequins in the seat and like change the clothes on them. That way, when it takes a
Really?
picture of you,
Oh my god.
it looks like there's another person in the car, so you don't get fined.
Because you don't get charged. It's not. So it's like a toll road. Like
Yeah.
it's exactly like a toll road, except there's no fee to get on there. It's just if you have more people in your car.
And it takes like a picture of you when you get on there. So if you are by yourself, it'll fucking charge you. Like,
And I
it'll
mean,
send
it's
it
a
to your
fat
house.
fine too.
It's a fat
It's a fat fine.
Okay.
Well, it's just like, what were y'all talking about?
Well, in
HOV
California and Arizona, they're very
Oh.
proud.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, there's fucking piles of trash all over the sides of your highways in California. But
Yeah.
God forbid you drive a fucking truck.
The fuck is this?
Homeless people can
Is that
piss on your
Justin
front
Bieber's hover
doorstep.
car?
That is
No.
not just the Beaver's car, bro.
This is the VW XL1, so it wasn't ever released in America. But let me just tell you guys.
Oh, so this is the one that has just stupid gas mileage,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So, and I mean,
my
and here's
God.
the deal. Like, let me just put out there: if you're looking for 0 to 60 times under 5 seconds, you're not going to get gas mileage. Let me just tell you that. Even the people who own Teslas, you don't see them romping the pedal to get to 100 as fast as they can, because at the end of the day, that still costs them money, just like it costs a gasoline engine. Puts wear and tear on the vehicle, and honestly, who the hell are you racing every day? But anyways, let me throw this out here. So
Leo.
the technology that some of these car manufacturers have that they won't bring to America for who knows what reason. So Volkswagen created this car. It's called an XL1. This car it's a hybrid diesel mix, and it gets 260 miles per gallon on a U.S. cycle. They actually did the U.S. cycle on it, but they never brought it to America. 0 to 62 in 11.9 seconds. So yeah, it's not a powerhouse, but if you work a long distance, or if you're money conscious and you don't want to spend a lot of money on fuel every day, then this would be the way to go. But unfortunately, you can't buy one over in America. And even if you were to bring one over to America, you couldn't drive it on the streets because it has no emissions. And this is where it kind of doesn't make sense, because if it's getting 260 miles per gallon, then how bad could the emissions be on it? Just like when the whole Volkswagen scam came out, when it put out more emissions when it was unplugged from, the computer that tests your carbon dioxide output, that car is still getting 40 plus miles to the gallon. So how could it be worse than an SUV or a truck that's getting only 20, not even 20, honestly. They're getting like 15, 13. It just blows my mind that, this.
Yeah, my truck only gets like 14 miles.
I get like
Exactly.
12.
And
Meanwhile, me and Eddie are over here getting, how much you get, Eddie? Like 28?
36.
Yeah, I'm getting 32.
28. If I got 28, I would not be driving my car. That car in general. But yeah, I mean, check out the XL1. It's a cool it wasn't even a concept. They actually produced a pretty good amount of them. And, unfortunately, we don't know the GIF of how many miles these cars would go for. But I'm pretty sure being a diesel, that kind of proves that they're out there getting miles.
But part of the reason for like gas mileages and stuff is like, do you think the car companies are trying to make like obviously that's what they're trying to do.
I mean, everybody that knows anything about anything knows why the cars in America do not get the gas mileage
they should be or
Yeah.
could be, or why they don't convert. Because there was a guy.
Do we want to talk about why? Because, it's somewhat political, but I don't think it's political enough for the,
come on, dude. It's the same reason why the gas prices are the way they are. The gas companies, the oil companies, they're the one who's controlling all of this. I mean, there's people that have come up with hydrogen-powered cars.
There is.
Or,
And the
fuel cell cars, water vapor systems and all this. These cars with 500 horsepower getting 60 miles to the gallon. But if you go to look for it, it's no longer on the web, and that guy's no longer around because either he got a fat check or he got killed.
He committed suicide.
Yeah,
we'll put it that way. He killed himself.
He moved to Mexico.
Yeah, they're no longer around.
That tends to happen.
Because these companies they buy it off and then they shelve it so you don't get access to any of this, or they're just.
I mean, and it's
suicide.
It's crazy. I mean, and if anybody has to argue why, I mean, for instance, why are gas companies able to make so much a quarter? I mean, $59.15 billion a quarter? Come on, dude. There is no other company out there. I don't care what you're doing. I don't even know if El Chapo brings that much money in. You know what I'm saying? And he's creating some really good stuff. But but anyways, come on.
Everybody hates on El Chapo, but when it comes to the oil company, he's the supplier of
I'm sorry, I just see him trying to make an honest living in life.
An honest? I think that's the opposite of an honest living.
I mean, you can call it he made ends meet. You know what I'm saying?
He did more than.
Who cares if a lot of people had to die and get their limbs cut off and families killed? It doesn't matter.
Isn't he worshipped in some?
Man's just trying to make some money.
Parts of Mexico,
and a lot of parts of Mexico, the cartels. In Mexico, a lot of the cartels actually supply and support the communities. So when COVID was going around, they would supply them with food and stuff like that to keep people indoors because
of the workers' one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to say there's a town. Not a town, but a state. Or no, was it?
Chihuahua?
No, I think it was a state in Mexico that. They have murals painted all over for him. I might be talking about the wrong guy. I don't know for sure.
It might not be him, but it might be another
Who's the guy? Who was the guy in the '80s that was running?
Escobar, Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, that's who.
Oh, bro, that man's has fucking TV shows made after him, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, because as bad as you take them, they do give back to the community. It's not enough to say that they're a good person.
What the shit they do?
The shit they do, the things that they do is worse than that, but they do give back to the community.
Let me tell you, dude, Narcos painted Pablo Escobar as a genuine good guy. I don't know how you. I mean, obviously it shows pretty gory shit, but
I mean, but tell me some of these companies that aren't big and makes billions of dollars a year didn't do the same shady shit or the same kind of stuff as Pablo or El Chapo. Come on, maybe not killed a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean,
but you never know. That's the whole thing. They got enough money to cover it up.
Yeah, they do. They got the best lawyers ever.
You think Jeffrey Epstein was able to kill himself? In his cell?
I honestly don't think he killed himself.
Are we gonna get into this now?
I don't think anybody.
We're not going
Is this something we need to go into?
I mean, I'm just saying, you're in a max security. You got people, cameras everywhere.
No, we're not going into this. Not going into this. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Covering stuff up. I'm just.
That's what we're talking about.
Everyone, our viewers are just trying to. We're relaxing. We're relaxing. We're kicking back. We're keeping cool. We're keeping cool.
What? Do y'all read this? And it just stops at if you have, and she just has
monster tits.
Just okay.
Fake tits.
Yeah, and they're huge. You buy the world. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there's a bunch of shady stuff going on to prevent us as a consumer to get, vehicles.
I mean, it's the same thing everywhere. I mean, you look at vehicles, you look at refrigerators, washing machines.
Yeah.
You think you can't make a washing machine last more than they fucking do? Like you fucking 100%
It's
can.
very
You
very
fucking
simple
100%
technology.
can. It's not
It's
difficult.
very simple technology.
So my dad.
It's just like phones, bro. Like
It's just like
in
phones.
fact, it's very similar to
You
phones.
because
like-
they don't care about
You
like
give them a
making
product.
They don't
It
care
goes out
about
in
making
fucking
things
10
better.
years, they're gonna come back
they
and buy
want
another
you to
one.
buy the newest and the best, and
Exactly.
you can't do that if your phone is
Like,
2 years
oh,
old and
this
still
fridge
running
has
the
a
exact
TV
same.
screen on it. Like I can fucking touch screen my refrigerator. Who gives a fuck? Make it last fucking 30 years. Why
Yeah.
the fuck do I need a touch screen on my
And
fucking
it's
refrigerator?
not that hard to.
So being that said, like my dad just had to throw a refrigerator out that he got
From like the fucking 40s.
that when he worked for GE, and I think he worked there in '88 or something like
Yeah.
that. They sold him a refrigerator for like $300.
Yeah, and this shit still works. Fucking.
Well, it just died like
Yeah.
a week, like a month ago. Honestly, like he went up to the farm and he was like, he thought there was a dead body in there, and then finding out, you know,
It was just the food rotting.
yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I mean, then again,
And I mean, like, if they could make shit then that lasted that long, you
Tell
know
me
they
you
could
can't
make
do
some
that
shit
shit
now.
Yeah, exactly.
And you could make
They
it last
can
longer.
do that shit now,
We
it's
have
just
the
there's-
advances and the shit like we need. Like,
You know,
could
they
make
want
it.
the money, bro. We're all is like a dollar sign. We're just a dollar sign to them.
And this thing is like, once you start making that money, like greed just fucking takes over, and you're just like, how can I make more? How can I maximize how much money I make?
Exactly, and you become one of them.
I mean, but I think we all do that to an extent. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you get paid at work, and you're like,
I mean,
how-
everybody wants fucking money. Everybody wants that check. Like,
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking.
I mean, I'm not trying to be like.
There's not a person alive out there that's like, I don't want to make $0. I just want to.
You know what? I
mean-
beg to differ, because there's a bunch of homeless people out there that, you know, that choose to be homeless.
we.
Bro,
I don't wanna
California
get too
homeless
You're
far.
right. You're right.
Like,
He's right to
Never
that
mind.
extent.
I'm gonna bounce off that subject. I don't want to call people out, but you know, we were talking about something the other night, and I mean, just the bare minimum. You know what I mean?
Dude, and that brings me to my next subject. Like, look at y'all's finances. Like, holy cow! If you're living a very, I don't even know how to put it. If you're living in a basement of someone's house and you're trying to get out of there, but you're paying $30 a month for a car wash, for what? You live in a basement.
Hey man, I pay $40 a month.
Dude,
But-
I don't.
But he's not living in a
I-
basement.
To
I'm
be
not
fair,
that
I
same.
live in my own apartment.
I agree with Eddie on this.
I'm kind of going in the sense of, you know,
Why spend recklessly if you don't have the money to spend?
So one of the people that just keeps on complaining that they have no money, and then they pull out their expenses, and I'm just looking at it. They spend almost $100 a month on TV services, and I think that's really ridiculous. Like, I can understand having a few of them. Like, all of us, we have Netflix, Hulu, or some. But when you're
Yeah, I cut all mine out. I'm just
When you're-
pay-
when
I pay
you're-
$10
when you're
a month for
wanting-
Peacock now. That's it.
When you're wanting to save,
if you're wanting your own place, and that's what you're trying to build to, but you can't have the finances for it. You got to find ways to just cut.
You
the
gotta cut
BS
it.
out.
See, here's two things. All right, I'm working 50 hours a week. I have my own apartment, and yeah, I pay my $40 a month for my car wash membership. But guess who? I used the car wash membership. I just used it today, actually. But your point is that these people are living like a luxurious lifestyle. Like, that's what I was saying.
No,
Like, if-
not at all. They're living in a hotel.
no, they're spending more than they're making, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah,
with-
yeah.
well, they're not, I mean, not more. They're making more. They could still save a little bit, but not as much as they want.
But it's similar to like what I was saying just a couple minutes ago about the Teslas. Like, if you're living in an apartment complex, Tesla, like owning a Tesla and the installment fee and all of that, should
It's-
not be a priority to you. You should be prioritizing moving out of said apartment and
Getting a
setting
house.
yourself in stone.
I mean, I don't rule against owning an apartment, because at the end of the day, with a house,
but we
It
also
takes up
talked.
space and
We
property.
literally talked about last week how it gets to a certain point
it does.
where
dude. You're always.
it's no longer worth renting an apartment.
It is to an extent. If you're a single person or it's two of you guys, I don't see a I would honestly probably live in a hotel. I mean, not a hotel, but in an apartment or a condo, something that honestly I don't need. I mean, I don't even need this house. Like, I come up here for this. This house is way too big, but I can't downsize. Like, there's no way I could downsize and be able to pull ahead. I'd put myself way far behind, versus with payment and stuff. Like, Definitely not with this economy. But even then, like the whole Tesla thing, if you're, I don't see a problem with you owning a Tesla, living in an apartment, as long as there's charging stations around you. Okay,
but this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you are living in an apartment for different reasons, like if you're prioritizing your money in the wrong way.
yeah,
right?
if you're living in a,
Like if you could totally get a house and move up with your life, you're in a stable relationship, whatever, then there's no point in living in an apartment and focusing on owning a Tesla.
but at the same time, what's so bad about having an apartment?
I live in an apartment.
I mean,
you're asking.
You're paying on space and
But
property.
you're paying money into something that ultimately
do not own.
you have zero ownership of. At
Yeah,
least
but
if you're
you
paying into a
it's just
house,
like- it's
you're
like
paying
my
towards
idea-
owning that house, and you can have that house forever. Give it to your kids. Your kids
Yeah,
can
but
grow up in
at
that
the same
house.
thing, you got to realize that the population is going up. There's only so much space, so much land.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So get a fucking
if you
house
own
while
your
you
own
can.
land, then your property value is only going to raise.
Property value is
If
going
you,
to
Yeah, but
if you
I mean-
have the opportunity to buy a house or buy some land,
It'll eventually
Fucking
get to the point
get
where
it. Get it now while you
nobody
can
can
because
get it, you know
because
what I'm
it's
saying?
running out, right?
But
Like,
but what
No, that's the exact opposite is what we're saying is if you buy a house right now, in 10 years, statistically, that property value will rise. It might, right now we're seeing it double.
I know statistics have always been right.
It's just like owning a stock. Listen, man, it's just like owning a stock.
We went over this last podcast.
No.
If you guys want to go deeper into
But
this,
this is what I'm saying.
watch our
is
other
it's
video.
just like owning stocks. There is no, like,
There's no
sure,
guarantee.
markets do crash and whatever, but like if you own a stock for a certain amount of time, no matter what, it will always trend upwards.
Oh, yes.
Unless you're talking about some like dying
Yeah,
industry,
yeah.
that's a different story. But
unless
like,
you're invested in
if
like
you
Epstein
invest-
Island.
if you
or
buy,
Enron Enterprises,
if you invest and you buy 5 stocks in Apple right now, in 10 years you will make money.
Uh-huh.
I guarantee.
Guaranteed.
guarantee.
But
you might
people aren't willing to wait that long.
you might be living in your car for a while because you're buying 5 stocks of.
Apple's not that expensive. It's $120.
Goddamn, dude, that's more than I make a week.
God damn it, Eddie.
I'm just saying, like, I think that's really bad advice.
I don't know.
I mean,
definitely on the property side.
People can take it with a grain of salt and look at
No,
do your own
this
research.
This is a great conversation. Okay, G. Listen, look at here what we're talking about though. You have 2 people here that don't own property. One is in an apartment right now and is looking to buy a house. One is figuring out his future. Cool. You own a property, and I understand that it's not right for everybody, and not everybody is in the right situation. But in my specific situation, I see it more in a more intelligent move for the rest of my life to buy a property.
I mean, yes, if you want to own be a part of the American dream and own a little piece of land and pay taxes on it for the rest of your life, yeah, be my guest.
I mean, but the thing is, like I said, with population, it always rises. Eventually, we're gonna run out. Of course, your property is gonna.
So wouldn't you be better off to get it now before it runs out?
But
Before it runs
let me
out.
throw this
Exactly.
out there.
So you would want to buy a house now.
You're on our side. You're just saying you're on his
I don't.
side.
I'm
That's-
confused.
Like-
what she's saying.
I mean,
G is arguing for Eddie, but he is proving our point. So Eddie, I'm just gonna listen to you.
yeah, but
All I'm saying is you can't rely on the house bringing you money in the future. I mean, yes,
Okay,
it's a
in-
fail-safe. It will.
In my
hopefully-
situation, I am not. That is not my point, right? Like
But-
I'm not
Yeah, I
looking.
don't even see
I
the
just
point.
want to own the property. I want to have the house. I'm looking at it more from a family side. Like my
Yeah.
kid, at least my one kid,
It's like
is going to
like
have
starting a family,
gonna
or like you
have
have.
a backyard to
place.
play in.
is going to always like. I'm not bouncing around, just like I did growing up. That's important to me. So that's why the way I look at it. I'm just stating that owning property, majority of the time, leads to that's another upside to it. Like we were just talking last week about how much you could sell this place for and how much you bought it for.
Yeah. But how much money have I put into it?
I mean, no, that's a good point.
Oh,
have
man.
you made? Do you think you put?
But
Have
that's
you
a whole nother question.
But how much money do you put into an apartment, and how much of that do you get back?
That's the thing. You don't put
Zero.
any
You don't- you
money
don't
into
have-
an
That's
apartment.
not true. That's not true.
What?
Okay, put this into perspective. I've lived at my
But
apartment.
you're just
complex.
dumping that money to nowhere.
I have lived at my apartment complex for 6 months, meaning that combined we have paid just over $9,000 in rent, right?
Yep.
And that $9,000,
God, I must have pissed a lot.
that $9,000 has gotten me nothing aside from a roof over my head the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if I would have poured that $9,000 into a house, I'd have something to start at.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't think.
I'm looking at an overview for the future.
Okay, so let's just
There's
agree.
nothing wrong with buying an apartment. I'm not. That's not.
Well, you never buy an apartment, but let's
Renting.
There's nothing wrong with renting an apartment.
let's agree on one thing. Like, buying a house isn't a safe bet that you're going to make money in the future. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but it's
I
not
mean,
just
you
the
own-
big-
you
make
own
money,
it.
But most people don't buy a house to make money.
Actually, lately, yes, there is.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
new biggest thing, and I don't know. I think it has to do with people seeing a lot of these TV shows where they're flipping houses,
yeah.
and
Stuff like that.
and it's stupid because at the end of the day, when someone really does flip a house, they don't make as much as they think they're gonna make.
Now, if you have the money to lose, say, like flip a house, right? If you have the money to lose, then it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
But if
I mean, if you can write it off in your taxes because that's what kind of person you are, you're that, well established.
Exactly. So then you're not-
And you can do it,
and that makes sense for them. It's a
Yeah.
great way to invest for the future for them. They're just choosing to do it that way rather than do it.
and it's a great way to stay in shape.
Investing in property has become better than investing in stocks recently.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm not I don't know I'm not fully educated on all that, but from what I understand, property investment has become better than stock
That's if I
investment.
had $15 million.
Yes.
I probably should.
I think it always will be
And never pay
for
'em.
a long time, Press,
Like, how you
to be
feel, bro?
honest. Because, I don't know, they're like we
It
said
has
on
for
the last
some.
video, we're predicted to crash. So, for a while, I think. For
Oh,
a
I
really
said
long
right
time.
now I'm waiting for said crash to do what I want to do.
Yeah,
Like-
but what I'm saying is, like, right now, if you're gonna buy a house right now, don't expect for the house values to keep going, straight up. It's definitely
Something's gonna
plateauing.
happen,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, if
Something's
you
gonna
look-
fucking happen.
If you look at it like a stock market, when it does crash, you buy the dip. So I mean that's when it's gonna go, and it will go back up. Like it's just,
Yeah.
especially with inflation and stuff. Then you might not actually make that much money on it, but I mean
Nonetheless, you
the
made.
figures will go up, and you might have just like covered inflation over time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I bought this house in 2010. I think I stated that last time, and the house values actually decreased. And I was looking at selling it at that time, and then when they basically told me I had to pay to sell it, I was like, "Why the hell would I do that?"
Yeah.
So, and that's what kind of made me just.
But in the same way, would you ever lease a car?
I would, if I wasn't as inclined.
If it was electric, right?
I honestly, yeah. And the only reason is like, all right, so leasing on cars, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, I probably wouldn't lease because those cars, the values of them aren't that high. But if you're talking like upper line cars, like Mercedes and Porsches and all those with high values, at the end of the day, if you go to take that to a shop, come on now, you're going to be paying a big price tag to get that thing fixed. If you lease it, you don't have to pay anything because they technically own the car. And if it comes down to you just like, this car's a piece of crap, you just pay him the little fee that you have to pay and you get
To
rid
buy
of the
out of
car.
the lease?
Yeah. I mean, it's a win-win in that situation. Like, if you lease a car and it turns out to be a lemon, like, you can obviously get a lawyer, get all your money back, and they buy the car from you, versus if you own the car, it's a little bit more of a hassle. Because at the end of the day, the car manufacturer is going to want to put you back into another lease through them. So, if they treat you the way they're supposed to, then obviously you would go back with them because you're like, okay, if I have any trouble with my next car, they're just going to get it back from me.
Yeah.
They'll just trade me out.
which is where the money comes from. They're trying to make a profit. They're a business. They want the money, just like you want money. Money's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't feel leases are for everybody though. Like in my situation, as far as I drive every day, it would be really stupid for me to have a lease. Just because I put 25 to 30,000 miles on a car a year.
And same here for me too.
So I mean, I think the biggest lease I've ever seen was a 15,000 mile lease, which is all fine and dandy if you're just gonna buy the lease out at the end. But I don't think Tesla lets you buy the lease out so far.
Does Tesla even lease?
Yeah, I don't think they do.
They lease, but
I thought you had to buy it.
I thought they were
straight
only
up.
buy. Let's look this up. Let's look this up.
Could you lease it? Is it a used lease? Or
No,
used
there's
lease?
no. So let's just do. Go on.
There's no way you can custom order a lease.
Well,
Eddie,
all a lease is it?
Eddie, our engine search expert, our technicians expert over here is looking up for Tesla's leases. We're gonna see if they
Okay.
actually lease. They do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just.
So how much would it cost a month for a loan? There on this option.
The same thing?
It's the same price.
No, it's about $200 more.
Let's see if
$200 more, but you own the Tesla.
Well, technically, the bank.
At the end of it.
Yeah. And
What are you looking at? Because we can't read it on the TV. How much on the loan? How much? 72 months.
72.
Pay off?
Yeah, so $4,500 down, 4.2 for APR.
And this is the new right off the line Tesla.
Huh?
This is
Yes,
right
this is
off
getting
the
sent
lot.
to you.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
our
yeah,
viewers,
yeah.
this is a brand new Tesla right
Yeah.
now.
Obviously.
Yeah, I
I don't think
mean,
you can lease a used vehicle, can you? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some company out there. that
Somebody
leases.
does somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, or
Somebody's leasing you a '93 Honda Civic.
don't worry, it'll get you there and back.
see, but that was my thought. Was that like if you build a custom car, I didn't feel like you could lease it. That was why I. assumed
Yeah,
that
I
you
mean that's
couldn't.
what it's all about. Like usually, if you're gonna lease a car, you go into, it's so ridiculous. You go into the company, or you go into there and basically tell them what you want. And
So
they
here's
build
what
it
we're
for
gonna
you.
do, boys. We're gonna start a GoFundMe page, and we're gonna start a GoFundMe page for people to donate to us, and we're gonna buy a workers' comp Tesla.
Yeah.
Workers comp. We're gonna
We'll test it out for you guys.
we'll put a wrap on it that says workers comp.
Oh yeah, it'll be the company car, of course.
It'll be the
but-
company car. We'll all take it for a drive and we'll all give our
God.
opinions because none of us have ever driven a.
Like that's not that big of a difference.
2,200 a month.
2118.
2118.
Versus what was the lease?
For anybody that supports our GoFundMe, comment down on the comments.
Looking at
Let us know how you
$150
feel.
Yeah.
on the difference. And at the end of the loan, you own the car.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying is that like.
But and that's the thing. But you got to understand, like the people that are well off, your average person only keeps their car like 2 to 3 years. I want to say. I
Yeah.
want to say I read last time.
Uh-huh.
So a lease is perfect for that.
And they're not putting a shitload of miles on it. And the lease, like, well, I could buy it back from you when you got it.
You know,
You're
going
getting nothing
back
out
to
of it.
the apartment versus house conversation, I've always thought about this, and I think it would kind of be cool if you could just buy an apartment, like just the one
Yeah.
Well, that was
apartment.
yeah, those are called condos, bro.
Well, yeah, I
Or
know,
townhomes.
but they're just not. Well, no, townhomes around here, but you got to think about where we are, like.
Well, you got to think of the rest of the United States, bro.
So like the condos and the penthouses and shit like that up in New York and all that stuff, like you can buy that and own that, but like just a simple apartment like mine, right? My 1,200 square foot.
Right.
Like I would want to buy, if I wanted to buy it, if there was an option, like and you could, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. You know what I mean? But it's just not heard of around here.
Well, because there's so much land here in Texas, but we got to think of other people that don't have that. Like, sorry guys, people in New York and like probably California, they're limited so much because their populations are so high, and they have so much area they can.
Well,
move
here's
to.
the thing.
Here in Texas, we have a
Here's
high
the thing.
population, bro.
You're acting like we're like even close
mode?
to not having enough land.
Because we're in Texas.
No. In the United States, there is no area in the United States that is almost out of land. Not even like Jersey, not Rhode Island. Like we're not even close to a situation where not every single person could own plenty of land in America and be like we'd still be comfortable with area.
So one of the articles I did read is everybody in the United States could own a house in Texas, and it was
like it's
a
like an acre or so of property.
an acre of land, and there would still be enough land in Texas to basically have future builds.
Generations.
Yeah. So like, and that's that's everybody in the United States just being in Texas.
I mean,
So
you
you
have to
still have
think-
the rest of the United
Like,
like.
think of how many people owned thousands and
Yeah,
thousands
like,
of acres.
You were.
And they will start selling. I mean, eventually, people are going to start selling that to banks,
Yeah.
whatever they want to sell it to.
Just to show you, like, one of the houses.
Like we
we are not in danger at all of ever running out of land, especially in our lifetime. Like
we know a guy who has
right,
like I go
right.
hunting on this guy's land. He does like dove hunts and stuff for like my dad helps with like a charity and stuff for like Texas Hunt for the Cure. They take kids with like terminal illnesses and like they take them out hunting or fishing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like no charge. Like the people who own the land just let them come out and they just do it free of charge and like go help them
Right.
out.
Oh, here's the thing I read
And
somewhere. What if you go hunting in Texas, most of the hunting areas are privately owned. You'd have to get like somebody owns.
yeah,
that.
there's not very much public hunting land
Like-
in Texas. Like a lot of states like Wisconsin and stuff, they have
Is
like
there
public
any
hunting
public
land.
land?
Yeah,
There is public
There
land.
is public lands.
There's
but
not a lot of it. There is
Yeah.
public land, and
actually is.
it's pretty highly contested because there's so many people in Texas
like
and not
there
much
is.
public land.
Yeah.
quite a bit of public. Well, okay, I'm counting
Public hunting
I'm,
land.
I'm counting state parks.
Yeah, state parks. You
See,
can't
that's like
hunt.
public
I'm talking
land,
about
that's
like
not-
like where you can
I
go shoot
understand
a
what you're saying.
deer
Go
or
shoot-
shoot
yeah.
pigs or whatever. Like, you know.
So if you're gonna go hunting in Texas, more than likely you're gonna be hunting.
It's
on
most of the
private land.
time. Most people who go hunting is on private property.
Yeah.
There is people who go public land hunting, but you have to be very good because there's a lot of competition and you
Yeah.
kind of have to get lucky because there's a lot of people out there
Trying to do that.
trying to get those same animals on that same land as you.
Yo, G.
And it's kind of just like a combination of luck and skill.
What are we looking at right now, Eddie?
Just one of the houses for sale. Okay, so where my father's farm is, right? There's this oil guru guy. Makes tons of money. Has his own private jet, to fly to his, places or whatever. Anyways, he's selling one of his, mega mansion. And let me just throw out you.
One?
Yeah.
So he has multiple.
Yes, he has multiple. So, to kind of put you in perspective how big this town is, there's 491 people, and I guarantee it's gone down since 2018, obviously, because it's a very small town. And this house,
$160.
$2.5 million.
yeah, $2.5 million. It's I think it's like
160 acres of land. So after y'all donate to the GoFundMe page for the Tesla and we
Yeah.
achieve that goal, we'll go straight for the mansion.
y'all can live there. I don't want to live there.
No, you want to?
No.
I wouldn't want to live there either, man.
We'll make it the.
I mean, you can't.
house.
Yeah.
Good luck bringing the Tesla there, bro.
If
By the
we're
time you
ma-
get to the next town that has a charger,
I
you're
mean,
gonna
it
die.
does. It does.
Hey, dude, if we have enough money to buy a $2.5 million mansion, we have enough money for a freaking charger.
No, that's the thing. You buy the charger, right? But
Well-
you might not be able to make it to the next town, the charging station.
I mean, there's
no way. There's
That's
not
another
that-
thing with
there's-
electric
I guarantee
vehicles is
there's
like-
a city within 300 miles of that hoe.
I mean, this yeah. The next city's only 30. I want to say 38 miles up the road.
Yeah, we're all good.
But I'm saying that this from Fort Worth is only 100 miles. It's like 96 miles. So
Yeah, we could make it there and back with the
yeah.
Tesla.
But anyways, this is supposedly a ranch house, and let me tell you, this is not a ranch
Oh,
house.
fucking ranch house.
It's
A mansion.
yeah, it's a mansion. Yeah, it's crazy.
Ranch house
But
where?
and this is what's crazy, man. Like this guy with the freaking pool. This is where we have our podcast in the pool.
We would
Well,
do
that's
the
Have like a
podcast.
swim up.
We got a hot
swim up
tub?
bar.
You got a huge pond.
We can stock that tank, and I'll take y'all fishing.
Yeah,
My aunt just sold her house.
Is that 2 ponds I see?
yeah.
This looks identical to my aunt's house that she just sold. Actually, fun fact, it literally looks the exact same.
Maybe it's the same house.
Well, it's in a different state. She sold hers for over 4. So,
Yeah,
and that's up in Oklahoma where property's cheaper. So that's
saying something. But even then, like, dude, like.
I mean, I feel like this house, if it was in like a different location, would be worth
Like
a lot
his-
more.
it-
I feel like the location's the only reason that thing's worth 2.5. Because that's a big ass house. That's a lot of land.
I've been looking at, like I said, I've been looking at properties and stuff, and
Yeah,
We're thinking about moving to
it's not
Oklahoma.
bad at all for that. That's
I
actually
swear to
cheap.
God, if you copied and pasted some of these houses,
It would double.
I mean, you
oh
got.
no, like these, there's some like 290,000. Like I said, a budget, whatever, and there's 290,000.
I'm trying to
houses
see.
that if you would have copied and pasted from up there to down here, like especially where I live, like where my apartment is, if you would have copy and paste that house there, it probably goes up to almost $1 million.
And see, and this is what's crazy. So with Zillow, and I know you can take Zillow with the whatever you want, but okay, so if you bought this house, and this is a little over a 6,000 square foot house, $2.5 million, $14,000 a month they estimate, right? And if you go to rent it out, they estimate it for $2,000. Like if they want to rent it out, I'll pay $2,000 all day long for it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. That's
Like, gee,
not-
you copy and paste this house right here, size and everything,
Uh-huh.
and put it in Weatherford, I guarantee you it goes for on here. It's listed at 270. I guarantee you it goes for 700 at that size at 2,100 square foot.
In another state?
In,
No,
in
here.
Weatherford.
Oh, in
Just
here.
you take it from where it is
Uh-huh.
and move it to Weatherford. 700.
It all depends on location, man.
But yeah, like there's nothing. Okay, like there's not like land. Land is cheap out there, to an extent. 119 acres for
How much is that?
650.
per acre?
I don't know, like $6,100 an acre. Right? Am I doing it right?
I mean,
$5,449
Okay.
an acre.
Okay, so I mean, the house they.
See, that's
a pretty good deal.
That's a good deal, right?
That's a pretty good deal in
That's
Texas.
a good deal.
Yes, that's a good deal.
So what I'm saying is holy cow. Why is this one so expensive?
What's the property size? It's 150 acres. That's why.
Yeah, but that much, this person bumped their head.
Oh no, it's gonna that ain't gonna sell for that much. But 150 acres is. People don't realize how big 150 acres is.
Dude,
man.
that's
you.
It's not that big.
It's pretty big.
I mean, this is a good deal. If you want to live in Henrietta, maybe it's just because of the door. Oh, this looks like your house, dude. The perfect house for you.
Why? Because the deer heads.
Yeah.
I have 1,600 square foot for that price. That's
That's
I mean,
not bad.
or you can buy a trailer.
for $50,000 more than the previous house.
and 2,000 square feet, 200 square foot less.
Yeah. Like, this is a good deal. A house. Oh, dude, I think I looked at that house. I really do. No, you know what? I looked at the house. I'm not going to lie to you. It was in Archer City. But I wonder if they still had it for sale. I might have went too far in. I can't see.
Yeah,
No, it was in the heart of
I need to get.
it. It
I
was
need
like,
to pull $1.2 million out of a loan for $1.2 million. Get that 150 acres and build a golf course.
it is. Because I'll show you, dude. I didn't know
Oh my
how
God!
in depth this is. This is pretty dope.
In 5 months, in the state of Texas, the price of an acre has over doubled in 5 months.
Oh my god.
The average price of an acre is almost doubled. That's great.
Let me see if I can find that same dude.
It went up 25% since 2020 into February of this year, and 5 months later, it has doubled.
You ready to see his other house? Come on. There's his other house. The guy that's selling his one house.
The same fucking circle driveway.
Supposedly this one has
Probably the same pool shape.
No, it's the slide. The slide was different.
Look
The
how
slide-
It's a different slide. It doesn't have the rocks
look at
next
his
to it.
driveway.
Look, that's his driveway.
Fucking 6 miles long.
And this, I'll show you where our farm is.
Is this just all his property lining up?
Oh yeah, dude, this is all his property. Like you can see the roads, the dirt roads. There should be an old derrick somewhere around here. I think it's right around here.
Right there somewhere?
I don't know. But anyways, he's just the big guy with oil. Like he had the mineral rights on our land for 100 years because everybody, during
His family?
yeah, because during the Great Depression, no one had money, and I think he gave, dude, it was like $20 for a 100-year lease. There's the passion, and there's the farm. Look at all that bullshit on it. God damn, it gets worse and worse every time you look at it. My dad has a very bad buying problem. But yeah, like, dude, there's no houses. Like, this house, I think there's 4 houses on this entire street. There's the dairy farm. There was one right beside the farm, too. But anyways, we can get out of this. But anyways, that's how much money you can make if you're an oil guy. And like, you can make, the money's unlimited. Back to that point.
What other talking point do we have for today?
I mean, we basically covered, like...
I'm just
all
stunned
of
about how these people have this much and some people have nothing.
Yeah.
That's America, bro. You work, you get it.
And I wouldn't put it that far.
I wouldn't, yeah.
I mean, I would say it's luck and...
Oh, it's definitely 90% luck and where you're born and what
you
family
know.
you're born into.
Yeah, it definitely goes by your last name, honestly. Like, your last name, how well your ancestors did for you is how well you're going to do. I mean,
It plays a big role into it.
I mean, you got to look at the person who owns our convenience store. Like,
But the thing is that you're right. But then, we also like pride ourselves as being the only country that can go from nothing to everything.
Yeah.
Like you could build, you
'Cause
could
there's
be
people
that
who do
person
it,
that sets up your
like, all the
Yeah,
time.
ancestors.
Like someone moves here from fucking Jamaica, starts a fucking business, and they fucking take the fuck off, and now they're a
Yeah.
fucking millionaire, and they were fucking nobody.
You can
They
just
could barely afford a plane ticket.
you can
now
just
they're
scam people and
exactly. You could be like, hey, your car has an extended warranty, and I've been trying to reach you.
yeah, and as
Boom,
long
millionaire overnight.
as you don't
This is the prince from Nigeria.
as long as you don't scam a bank, like there's really no prison term towards this. It's just like a slap on the wrist. Hey,
Oh God, we're giving people ideas. This is horrible. More spam calls
like-
incoming because of Eddie right there.
I'm just telling you.
You just made 700 spam calls.
just look it up.
So, I was
All the
watching a thing
answers are online.
recently on those fucking those India
People have
call
this
centers.
information. They can get to this
Those, like,
information. It's just if you're looking
Those
for the
call centers
information.
in India, bro, and shit. Like, it's one room out of like a whole building. They run like a legitimate business.
Yeah.
And then they just have like one room where they run those scam calls. That way they can like say everything that they're making is from legitimate business, and they have like ways to hide it from like the Indian government.
It's the same with
They make fucking like billions a year off those fucking scam calls out of one little room. They have one little office
Because
room.
people are fucking stupid.
load
and
people in.
fall-
People
I
are
can't
fucking
believe people
retarded.
fall for that.
Well, this thing's like most of it is fucking elderly people.
Even
'cause they have
then,
no
I
idea.
feel like at some point, like you're getting 4 of these calls a day, and you're falling for 50% of them. That's a
my
lot.
thing is like okay, like
I just can't believe people fall
you,
for it. I
you
don't.
really got to look into these warranties. I mean, if you're driving even a new car, chances of your motor and transmission going out on your new car? Is your mic on, Eddie?
It should be very slim.
Is it not showing?
There it is.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
it-
I mean, like.
It should be very slim. You'd hope it'd be very
Plus,
slim.
I mean, most of these car manufacturers have pretty decent warranties. I mean, if your car has 200,000 mile or 200,000 miles on it, I mean, you're ticking. But why buy an extended warranty on it? Because basically, all they're going to tell you at the end of the day is, dude, we're not going to replace your motor. It has 200,000 miles on it. Like, you're basically SOL. Like, let's be real.
I mean, yeah, he's right. He's right. You can't argue that.
I mean, unless you're an idiot. I mean,
Extended warranty's even a real thing.
they're really not. Like,
Okay, I thought that was just like fucking
it's
total
a,
bullshit.
It's a real thing. It really is. But okay, so when you go to buy a car, for instance, you know, like on my last car, it had a 100,000 mile warranty, 10-year 100,000 mile warranty, and then they tried to sell me an extended warranty, or it wasn't really an extended warranty. It was another warranty on top of that warranty. So if anything ever happened to that car, they would give me a free rental car, even though when you buy the car, like if you take it to the shop, it already says that they're going to give you a rental car if it's something serious. And they're basically selling you the same warranty that they're giving you, and people fall for it all the time. It just blows my mind.
Yeah, I mean, you can sell anything to a lot of people.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm a victim too. I bought some stupid.
I mean, I think
stuff.
everyone's fallen victim to some
Some
dumb shit that they didn't need or
Stupid stuff
something.
in my life.
There's at least one thing, at least everybody has regretted and are fallen victim to something. At least one.
Yeah.
It's just so easy to sell shit, bro. Like
You
you
don't-
just you get a good pitch, bro. Someone's gonna buy it. It doesn't matter how
Yeah.
fucking stupid your product is, how useless it is, or it does not matter.
It's
Somebody
all
will
the
buy
person
it.
who's doing the sell.
But yeah.
So did we decide if we wanted to do one Reddit post? Since we did expand our subjects better, do we want to do one Reddit post?
We could do a couple Reddit posts, to be
What do we
honest.
want to do? What do we want to do?
It's up to you guys.
I mean, I feel like our viewers still want to hear a little bit more of our situation with the
Why does it feel like your mic's not working? Talk.
mine.
I don't know what it is, bro. It's showing up as it's not working, and then it's working fine whenever I pay attention to it.
It's probably because I had it further. Like I had it right here just a second ago, and I'm probably now it's right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there a difference?
Yeah, it sounds a lot better. Right
Okay.
there.
I mean, it's totally up to you guys. I could care
Well,
less.
we could do a Reddit post closer to the end. How are you guys feeling right now?
I mean, I feel like we covered a fuck ton. We've been talking for an hour just about like our subject.
Yeah.
So
But we still have another subject we can cover, isn't there?
No, we covered it all in that one.
yeah, we just fucking doubled down.
We went
Me
in on
and,
it.
me and Eddie have done a really good job about just taking whatever subjects and then piecing them together and then bouncing them back and forth off of each other. We covered. We didn't even talk.
We didn't even
Plan
bring
on
up the other
going. We
subject.
didn't even plan on going back to talking about the house and apartment thing. It just
Yeah.
went back.
It
to
just
it.
went back to
Whoa.
it, and yeah, like I mean, let's bring up the Reddit post, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. I mean,
I don't see why not.
let's do it. Let's do it. We're just your average blue collared.
What are you talking about?
We're just your
I
average
would not-
9 to
I
5
would not call
workers,
it
bro.
blue collar.
Whatever you want to call it, bro. We're just
We'd be
As good
considered
as-
blue collar. He's right. He is right about that.
Yeah, I mean the timing isn't. I mean the time frame isn't great.
Or you could also mention. I mean, we can call us red collars.
The Spanish word.
you can call us a red collar.
That's cool.
Eddie, you're our you're a technical guy. You got to bring up the Reddit post.
Oh, Reddit post. My bad.
So we're looking at city.
Eddie's
cash
super
cards.
psyched for that.
I'm trying to make money over here.
Goodness. And what was the cash back they were offering there, Eddie?
5% cash back.
Hey, you know, I think the most proud thing I've ever done was like I somehow convinced Eddie to get into a credit card. I don't 100% know how, but
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You all right? The story time a little bit for a second. Recap this story.
well, we were just talking. You know, I got my first credit card. I wanted to work on my credit. I really couldn't get much credit. Like I wasn't available for most credit cards, and I told Eddie that the one I got was the one I got happened to give me 5% cash back at Walmart, and I told Eddie about it. And he was
For
like,
the first year?
That's no, it's full time. If you do it online,
Oh, is it?
yeah, if you do it online, it's 5%. If it's in store, that it's only the first year.
Hot dogs.
It's just if you do it online, if you pay online, it's 5%. In store is 5% your first year with the Apple Pay. You have to use Apple Pay, and then if you
Why so specific, bro?
they're weird about it, bro. And then after the first year, Apple Pay becomes 3%.
I mean, but let's be
Or Walmart Pay.
let's be real about it. Like, it doesn't add up as fast as, you know. Like, I spend a lot of money. I spend a lot more than I should.
I've
I
had
do
the card
too.
for 6 months, and I have like $20 cash back, dog. I understand.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've spent probably.
Sorry, I have $35.59 cash back
Oh.
after 6 months.
I don't even know what I have. Let me check it out. But
Have you ever redeemed your cash back? Anybody?
I've redeemed cash back. Yeah.
I haven't.
Do you have a credit card?
I don't. At the moment.
We talked about this last week about why it's stupid. But
See, I got 56, so I got $56 basically.
You have 5,600.
5,644.
Is that? When's the last time you redeemed it? 'Cause I feel
I
like
haven't redeemed it on this one. No, I redeemed it on my Wells Fargo. I think I got like 28,000 on it again. But
28,000. That's $280. I mean, that's not
yeah,
bad.
let me see. 36. I got 36,551 points.
This is $360. Yeah.
Yeah, roughly. And that all comes because it gives you 3 times the cash back on travel. So.
And you travel. Boy goes to Mexico. Flex it, Eddie. You know you want to flex it.
All the time.
Flex it.
All the time. Yeah, I mean, I just got back. When did I get back?
2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago, and then I went in January.
Yeah. You said you go about every 6 months.
Yeah, about every 6 months to get away from life, and it's fun. It's
Yo,
basically
that one right there. Go up. Yeah. No.
the ice.
The ice.
Yeah. Let's talk about ice. Not the Mexico ice. This ice.
Yeah, don't eat the Mexico ice. I'm just kidding. There's no comments though.
I don't care about the comments. I
Oh,
just want
okay,
to talk
okay.
about the ice situation in general.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to a baseball podcast of all things, and they were talking about a complete and utter ice shortage around America, which means that people are buying ice like crazy, not only just like with us, just in general.
An ice shortage.
That's what they called it, but you understood what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's just that people are buying the shit out of ice, like more than usual.
Well, and it's crazy because we have all these ice chests that really
Imagine if we could get our dolly up.
like. Okay, like
You
remember,
can't produce that much ice right now because we're selling out of it so quick.
You remember the ice chest that we had when we were kids? You throw a bag of ice. I don't even remember how big a bag of ice was back in the day. I believe it was 8 or 10 pounds, right?
It was 10. That are like a lot of
What?
gas stations used to
I
have.
feel like most places have.
You're making me do more work? You just had to make me do more work?
I'm just naming. Okay, you want me to name another place?
No, it's too late now. They know. I got to go in and bleep it out now.
Let's be real.
Thanks,
like,
G.
Just bleep it out, bro. It doesn't matter. You said it's just a click of a button.
It is. It's just now I got to go find it.
Around when I was a kid, like the first one popped up down the street, and I was like, this place is going up against, the track. They ain't gonna last long. And yeah, look at me now. But anyways, but yeah, like, dude, the ice is crazy because like we have the ice machine outside, and it's funny because we were installing, when we were having it installed, the guy who was installing it, he's out there, and I was talking to him, and he was showing me stuff, and then I was like, well, we'll see if this will keep up. And he guaranteed that this ice machine would never run out of ice. And I'm having to shut it down almost once a day so it can refill back up with ice. And I even had like my techs look at it, and they said, yeah, it's running in it's running better than it did when we first got it. So I don't know if that's true. But being that said, like a week out there, we sell like almost 1,900 bags, I think, was last week. So 20, even if it's 20 pound, even if it's 10-pound bags, like, holy shit, that's a lot of ice, dude. A lot of ice. And then inside, I don't even
And you
know.
have to think, it's like every other place around us is out of ice.
Yeah. And
So how many are getting by from them? Like, on top of our fucking
Well,
But the
2,000
thing about
bags.
it is that people are just like buying ice like crazy though. You're getting people here that are like,
People
I
come in,
want
they're
10
like,
bags.
Give me 12 bags. Give me
Yeah,
8
like,
bags. Give me 6 bags.
You don't need all that ice.
well, they're using it, and that's the thing.
Well, because ice melts, like.
No, it doesn't. You're a liar.
Yeah, that's bullshit, bro.
But here's what I've come to the conclusion. Okay, I don't really use that much ice. If I'm planning it out really well, like, of course you're going to have water. So what I'll do is I'll freeze, like, 10 of those 24 packs
But
of
these people are like construction workers, bro. They're just buying the ice and it's just melting and they're just dumping the water out.
Some of them, yes. Some of them. But a lot of the ones that I see, they're not really... I think they're using for at-home use, honestly. I don't know what they're using for. They got some ice... Like
People use it for whatever they can
There's
use.
just absolutely no way that these many people, like this much people, need ice and are only using it for a cooler. Like, there has to be some at-home use in play.
Yeah. Well, and there was a guy that came up to the store, and he does, like, fishing excursions, and he buys... Fisting excursions, yeah, it's where, like, fishing, my bad, brother.
I mean, I'd be going on those fisting excursions.
Dude, I do all the time. Doesn't feel well.
What do you call it when you use your hand for bass fishing? What's that called?
Noodling. It's for catfishing, not bass fishing.
Yeah.
Did I say bass?
If you can do a bass
Oh,
fish,
ooh.
badass.
No, I meant
Bass
to.
fish?
I meant to say a catfish, but
Bass
I'm
fishing's supposed
tired.
to be hard?
We're all tired.
I mean, not really.
But
So,
they're not-
have you ever
they're
gone
not-
noodling on your fisting excursions?
Oh, dude. I don't call it noodling. I don't use a fish.
It's called fisting for a reason. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, he uses his noodle.
Yeah. The ice shortage is just insane, and I don't know.
Yeah.
And I told you guys, like, I told you to. It's
No,
like,
yeah, you warned us and said that, like, we couldn't keep up with it, but I didn't expect it to be as it is, Like, I expected it to be busy.
We're not
Okay,
anywhere
as
close to being
for
able
as
to
long
keep
as
up
I've
with
known
it.
Eddie, how like
You can't make ice and get to the freezer. It gets bought before it even gets to the freezer.
Yeah, and that's what's
If
crazy.
you're rolling the cart and people are like, oh, can I grab some bags? Can I grab
Ice,
some bags?
ice,
By the time you get
ice,
to the freezer,
ice.
it's fucking half empty.
Yeah. And then you throw it in there.
and then they get
And
bought
then you give
within
it
like
5
30
minutes,
minutes.
it's fucking gone. It's
Yeah.
like we're not even anywhere close to being able to keep up with the amount that we sell.
But Eddie, how long has this been going on? Remember like
Forever, dude.
bro, previous years
Forever.
me and Eddie have been trying to keep up with this. We used to have a system that we did. It was like a year or two ago.
Because no one used the outside ice machine. They were, like, scared of it.
Yeah.
So basically
Everyone
what we
was,
would do is just rob the outside ice machine of all
and
the
we
ice.
would take it inside and,
and then
rebag
rebag
it
it.
up, and we would throw it out there, and that would get bought within like a shift, not even. like half a shift, it would get bought.
And that's what's crazy. Oh, I see. Glizzy. I was wondering why they kept on showing up. The younger generation, I love them.
Is that fucking moldy bread?
Garlic bread. Okay. It's something you would make.
I make
mean,
weird
it's probably
stuff.
better than those fucking enchiladas.
Listen, the enchiladas were edible. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dude, there's a point to where I don't even know how to say that. But
Edibility?
Edibility. Yeah, like there's a problem there. Like my stomach.
They
hurt.
must have been that bad. If
No, okay. Well, here's the thing. Roberto ate a whole ass enchilada, and he's Mexican. So that tells me that they weren't.
They'll fucking
the
eat
worst.
Yeah, but we have stomachs of like steel,
Yeah,
bro.
They can eat anything, bro.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So they were. I mean, at least somewhat. He wouldn't have kept eating it. I just made him try one bite. He ate a whole enchilada.
So let's start out. He rolled the tortillas with the cheddar jack cheese.
Yes.
He rolled 3 in a row.
No, two. There's no two.
There was only 2.
There was only
I
two.
thought
I
I
knew
s-
we weren't gonna eat. I knew they probably weren't gonna be the best thing in the world.
Then he went to the chili cheese machine and filled it up with chili. And then he topped it with the.
Just no, you can stop right there at that point. At that point, right there. That's
You
what.
filled it with chili? I was thinking like you put some chili on top of an enchilada.
No, that's what I did. That's what I
Oh,
did.
okay.
I just.
I
put it
thought
on
you
top.
like filled the whole fucking tortilla with just chili.
No, I put it on top,
Okay.
and then I cooked it. And we tried cooking different things up in this bitch.
That's awesome.
My quesadillas are fire.
You used to deep fry all kinds of random
Preston's
shit.
quesadillas are fire. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't make the quesadillas.
I mean, it's not
Me
very
personally used to deep
hard
fry.
to
Nope,
make.
nope. It's very, very easy. It's very, very easy actually.
So this one's kind of concerning. Like, you see a bunch of clothes, clothes, and then a condom.
For our viewers, we're at the Reddit right now.
Wow.
Yes.
I wonder what kind of condom that is, because
I
that
know.
really does affect everything.
They should have picked it up and read what brand was on it. And
I would have
put
put
it in
my
there.
mouth.
I think I could
need
bet
to
it's
clean
Trojan.
The urinal is not clean.
Clean at all.
That was something
No.
that I was noticing that I was hoping.
And they're probably in a store that does no
Not
business.
only that,
They're
if
probably
you look
out,
at
like,
the
dead.
condom, there's something brown like
in that area, bro.
that looks like it's in the condom, which tells me that there might not be something very healthy going on there.
They were doing my job. Yeah, there's nothing on Reddit, dude.
Let's go. I'm stalking my fantasy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I know, you haven't been here the whole time. So
I
that's
have
good.
been here the whole time.
No, you haven't.
Okay, listen. I wanted to talk about this actually. So I'm in. Y'all know I mean, I made it obvious in the last one, but y'all know this is my like 3rd podcast. Like I'm part of 3 podcasts, and the other 2, I completely have to carry because it's like my podcast. This one, I get to just like sit back. This is my relaxed time, just hang out with the boys kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I need to be 1,000% focused every single second because the other ones my brain gets fried afterwards, and then I have to edit the whole thing. This one I can just chill and be like, all right.
He lets us do our thing. He lets us do our thing.
I mean,
basically.
I've been involved. Me and Eddie carried last
Eddie,
week.
what are you doing, man?
Read the caption, though.
We can't. What?
Where is it? Where is
Oh God.
That's funny as hell.
I mean, all the places with truck stops should be able to collect enough samples to make up for that shortage.
But what I was saying,
Very true.
I found
what I
some
was
the other
saying
day.
is that I feel like I can lay back a little more on this one and let y'all do some carrying.
You know what? I respect that, King.
I did enough work last week, and I feel like I've done my part. Me and Eddie had a 10-minute back and forth that felt pretty informational.
I mean, I wasn't hating on you, just relaxing for a little bit. You know, that's.
No,
do your
Eddie
thing-
was.
Do your thing, man.
Eddie
Do your
was.
thing.
I was on a roll last time.
This
Dude,
man is
no.
always on a roll.
Me
You
and
can't-
Eddie went. I know you weren't here, Dakota. Me and Eddie were. We didn't disagree on anything either. We
Man.
just rebuilt the whole American education system. It was great.
I had nothing to say. I couldn't
fact,
say anything. I couldn't add anything else.
I'll lay it out for you. We're not going to go in depth on it, but all right. Let's say every when you're in high school, right? Every high schooler, you just cut high school out. Everybody graduates at 14 years old, so they can't do anything, and you're kind of just forced to, go to like a community college after high school. So you pay whatever, like it's not that much money,
Yeah,
right?
it's not.
But then everybody is done with school technically at 16, and then you can choose whether you want to go into the workforce or if you want to move on and try to get your bachelor's. And then at the very least, you have your associates at 16, you have a piece of paper, or you could get done with your college degree at 18, right? And then your college graduation numbers are so much higher than they are right now because most people don't go to college because they're just burnt out.
Yeah,
like
everybody's burnt out after 18 years or
14,
14.
13.
Yeah, 13.
It's not 18 years, but you don't go to school when you're 1.
Yeah.
You fucking might.
I mean, they might as well.
Fuck it, start them early.
They might as well. They're gonna.
That was our point, was that we think that numbers and stuff could go up because you'd be a lot less burnout. Like going into high school, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I was fairly excited to go into high school. Actually, like
I mean,
I wasn't. I was ready to get out of there, man.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
like,
ready
well,
to
I mean, it was a
he was
step
getting
closer to
beat up every
graduating. That was
day.
part of it, but like I was
Yeah.
just excited for like a high school thing. But going straight from there to junior
Yeah.
college, then you're
I mean,
talking about like, everybody has a
let's-
piece of paper because you can't do anything at 14 years old. So
But
you're
let's
still
be-
forced to go to.
Let's be
somewhere like
real.
college.
Let's just get rid of middle school. Let's just have 1 through 5th, and then we can jump, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like,
dude, middle school.
it's trash. There's nothing
you
going
just
on.
BS half the time. You can't say nonetheless that middle school was probably one of the biggest pieces of shit. Like
It was
BS.
definitely-
I learned a lot in middle school.
I
don't know
didn't
about
learn
everybody
not
else.
anything
What'd you
in middle
learn?
school.
I think it also depends on the school. Like I was done with fucking algebra 1 in fucking 8th grade
Yeah,
in
me
middle
too.
school. Like
Yeah, but there's a difference between. Okay, so yeah.
Like, I mean,
So was I. But
one
I
of the
mean,
history classes I learned the most in was in middle school.
Yeah,
but
I
that just
feel-
it
I
all
agree.
depends on the teacher, the school,
Texas-
like everything. Like
was it Texas history?
no,
it was
it was
American.
Yeah, it was American.
That would have been 7 or 1600 something to 18 whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the 1800s, like whenever American.
Okay, I guess it'll depend.
It starts on the Mayflower and then ends at the Civil War. That's what that history class was. I feel that was probably one of my
okay,
favorite
It was
history
bomb.
classes.
I love that
Whether
class,
we
and my
agree
teacher
or
was fucking
disagree
awesome.
to
She
what
was
grades or what
Was
we
she
should
hot?
keep, we all agree that
That
14 would be
14 would be the most ideal graduation spot.
Yes.
And then you go and get your associates, and then everybody has a piece of fucking paper.
If any of our viewers disagree, comment down in the comments down below and let us know what you think, or what the ideal.
I just think a lot of
age
people would
should
struggle
be.
with that shit because like a lot of people struggle to keep
Dude.
up with the pace of normal school. Like if you were to,
No,
like,
but you're not
shorten it and
adding
make it
anything.
longer.
You're not adding anything.
What are you cutting out then? How do you just?
You're
make it
cutting
shorter?
out high school because you learn the same. If you're then forced to get your, associates virtually. I mean,
Yeah.
you could fit some stuff lower, like
Yeah.
the bullshit years, right? You could actually fill those in with something, and then you're forced kind of because you can't do anything. You can't work at 14. You can't drive at 14.
I say we just bring child labor back.
So then you're at 14. You go to your junior college. You learn the same exact shit that you do in high school, except in 2 years instead of 4. And then everybody graduates with their associates, and everybody has their piece of paper.
I agree.
Well, I
with
feel like at that point, then everyone would be like, "Oh, well, associates is useless. We're not going to count that towards anything."
Exactly.
And the entire fucking world would just be like, "Yeah, fuck your piece of paper. That doesn't mean anything." Everyone.
That's what it is now.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what are you talking? That's exactly how it is now.
I mean,
you just cut
there's
5
some
years
places
of
that are like,
school
"Oh,
out.
well,
you
you."
just, but
we
you
need
cut
to have a
years of your
degree.
life, like you cut
Oh,
years that you had to spend doing it. You
Your
know what I'm
associates
saying?
is
Like-
you're just repeating high school in
Yeah.
in half the time. That's
You-
literally all
they
your
might as
associates
well-
Yeah,
is.
and most people graduate when they're 18, so like that's too fucking.
What type of associates y'all have? But mine was way fucking different than high school.
And what?
Mine is
what
not.
are you
I go to
working
the
now?
same college that you went to. It's the fucking exact same.
What was your fucking associates in?
What do you communications?
Oh my
like,
god!
That's what we're saying. Like it doesn't. I mean, the associates doesn't do shit for you. Like what job are you gonna have?
To get your basics done,
I mean,
your
there's some
basics
places that
are
require
literally
like, okay,
exactly
so like
what you learned in high
my
school.
associates,
Exactly.
my associates is in
I would-
criminal
I could
justice,
confirm
right?
that
Even-
too.
If I wanted to go get a job with my degree, there's some police departments that want you to have like an associate.
Exactly, but
or
you
a
still have to get your
bachelor's
basics done.
or
You'd
whatever,
be
right?
Because that's what we're communicating.
Yeah.
So now you're just learning more shit at a younger age. Like you're actually learning something towards your career at a younger age, unless you're getting your basics out of the way, which is exactly the same shit you learn in high school.
But people
they
at
have
their
to
younger
do- all
age
they have to
usually
do
don't
is
know what
tell
career
you,
they want to
hey,
go into.
Okay, then
This
you
is
just
for
do your
your
basics.
future. These are the
Because
basics.
your basics are the exact same shit that you learn in high school.
Yeah.
The exact same.
I think
Yes.
you're gonna get shanked after this.
I'm so confused, bro.
I don't know how you're confused. What basics did you learn
Okay.
with your associates that you did not learn
So
in high school?
let's just cut this. Let's not get too extensive.
I mean, I get the
If our
basics, but-
viewers or anybody wants to know any
No,
more
I
about
do want to
this-
get extensive. What basics did you do in college that were different than your basics in high school?
I mean, every single college level math is completely different than what you learn in high school.
No, it's
no,
not.
It's
the
not
same
at
thing.
all.
It's
I
just
learned
it
the
is,
exact
bro.
same shit.
No, it isn't. Because
You're telling me calculus is the same as algebra 1.
I mean,
You're telling me
literally
trig
you
is
don't.
the same
No,
as
no.
algebra
For
1.
your
You're telling me
basics,
fucking
for your
geometry.
calculus
basics,
is algebra 1.
for your basics, you have to take
They're
algebra 1.
completely different
Hold
things.
on. I didn't take any of this calculus or anything, so I can't really say anything. Like,
No.
Me and
I've
done
taken
it, or are in the
taken
middle
both.
of it. Like I know for a fact, I've gotten all my.
So
basics
for your
down.
for
I
your
can tell
basics,
they're
for your
the
basics,
exact
you don't
fucking
have
same.
to take calculus. It's only for the people that are that advanced or have gotten like the credit for college algebra.
Or it helps towards your career, like your degree.
Yeah, but that's not in the like calculus is not in the basics.
Algebra 1 is your basic,
Yeah, algebra 1,
Yeah.
college algebra,
which you learn in high school.
Yes, it's just faster.
That's
paced.
what we're saying. Is that your technical basics that
No,
are
I
required for
get-
every
I
single
don't fucking know
degree.
because I didn't take that shit through high school. I took it through the college in high school because I was working towards my
Exactly,
college
so
shit.
Exactly. So that's
So it sounds like what you're saying is already a thing then.
But it's not.
it's
because
not
you're still
because
graduating high school at
no,
18
because,
years old.
Because you're in high school, you're already like 17, 16 when you're doing that, right? But you would be like 14 at the time.
now you're 14-year-old. You're
Yeah,
a 14-year-old
you're
getting
younger.
the same
You're
shit
younger.
done.
Yeah.
So you're basically now you're just replacing the associates. You're replacing your fucking high school diploma with an associate's. That's all you're doing. Plus you get it done 2 years faster. And then you can decide if you want to just go into a workforce or if you want to go get your bachelor's, and then you get your bachelor's done earlier.
How are you adding more classes and somehow shortening it 4 years?
What do you mean?
Because
You're not adding more
Because you will
classes.
have
You're
you will have a
replacing
bachelor's.
classes.
You will have a bachelor's probably on like depending on the person.
I'm just saying,
It'll
like,
be 18,
To get a
19.
college
18,
associate's,
19.
right, you need more classes.
20
right?
at most. And
No,
right now,
no,
right
just go.
now, right now, for anybody that
You're
gets
just
a bachelor's
condensing
out
the
of high
same shit
school,
you're learning in high school into 2 years because that's what your basics is.
Yeah.
and
So
from-
you literally just get your basics done in 2 years. Like we were talking last week about how high school or school in general is just a fucking free daycare. So they spread all of your shit out over 4 years that
So-
you definitely could probably
so most
learn
people
in 2
like
years.
90% of America or however much it is
You
is
know
getting
all
their-
this shit if you were here last week.
is getting their bachelor's degree at like 22 at at the best at 22.
You're talking. I think the average bachelor age straight out of high school is 23,
Let me look
22, 23 because you graduate at 18.
and that's straight out of high
say.
school. That's not
That's
not
like-
taking into
yeah.
account. No, it's 23. No, they do like it's
It would be 23.
yeah, and
Okay.
that's not taking into account like the people that get their degrees at 40 years old
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
you
That's
know,
just straight out of high school.
That's straight out of high school.
Straight out of high school.
You don't take
into
any
college.
breaks from school. You don't take anything.
Yeah.
You go straight into college.
52 months.
52 months.
That would make you about 23.
That would make you about 23. Maybe a little under, maybe a little over.
No,
you know?
me and G are just bouncing off each other like me and you were last week. He's actually getting involved in the conversation this time. 'Cause he's saying what he didn't say last week. That is exactly
That's
what's going
what
on
exactly
right now.
is going on
We
right
are
now.
agreeing. There's no.
Yes, there's no
Anger.
doubt about it.
We're just not understanding how you don't understand what we're saying.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I think you could, like college, like your fucking English is literally the same shit as high school, right? I think there's a lot of shit that's the same, but I think a lot of shit is
Science,
also
you do
different.
the same thing
See,
too.
but so you're just proving our point more that you can get even more done. So with when you were saying your associate's degree, you got
That's
your
what I'm saying.
criminal justice
think
classes
there's-
done.
I think there's shit you could do like to get rid of it, and I don't like. I agree in a lot of places, but there's some places I disagree.
Like I got So part of the thing that Dakota is saying is
Like, I
that
think the math
some
end is
people
completely
aren't
different.
mature enough, or like their brain, like, no, I don't want.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
smart
So, like,
enough.
okay, you knew you wanted to get your criminal justice, so you got extra classes in your
Yeah, once I
associates to
turned
get your
fucking,
crim-
once I was
But-
19, I knew I wanted to do that.
But you, well, yeah, you.
How'd you know you wanted to do that?
It's just, I don't know, I just fucking wanted to do it.
But
So
that's after a life changing
So because-
plan. Like you wanted to go in the military, that didn't work out.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason that our education system is so further on is because throughout time you change what you want to do.
Yeah,
It's
and
not,
like everybody
as a
changes,
child you didn't want to do that, and
Yeah.
and maybe you didn't know that's what you wanted to do, but throughout time and eventually like different
Well-
life experiences help change that. And I think
And
that's why it's so
I think at
further
14 years old,
back.
I don't think very many people know what they want to do.
Exactly. So they go and they just get their basics. That's
Well-
it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to take those extra classes to know what you want to do.
Well, one of my teachers told me I was never going to make money playing video games. And so I gave up on my dream, and now look at people. Holy shit, they're making money playing video
Oh,
games.
man.
You have to be good at video games.
Video games is like that's a place to go right now.
There
for
was a
making money.
kid that went to the school I went to, and he's fucking like, he makes fucking money off of it.
That's
He
that
goes
kid that
like,
made
he
World
goes like,
Cup, right?
he
World
goes to
Cup in
tournaments and
Fortnite?
shit for like, yeah, for like different video games and stuff. He goes to tournaments like misses school.
He's part. He's
Mama's
part
too
of a whatever, right?
He's part of like an esports team now. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, like he's like, he
Man,
makes,
if you're part of an esports team,
he
man,
makes
that's
raps. Like he was missing school for it, and like my mom's a teacher, so she was telling me he's like, yeah, he missed like this whole week of school. to
He
go to
played.
this
He played in
tournament.
the Fortnite World Cup.
And he made like
that is major as fuck. That's
yeah, and he made like
that's.
he made money.
At
He made some.
He
bands.
made like his parents'
He made some
salary
bands.
in like a week.
This,
But that is
It-
few and
it's
far
just- it is
between.
what it-
That's
but
like being an NBA player, bro. Like
but at the time,
you
like,
chase your dreams, but good luck, bro. It's competition, bro. Good luck getting to that point.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much though. It just takes
It's
practice.
all luck. It's all luck.
It just takes practice. All you have to do is be good at it.
No, practice doesn't do anything in video
You
games.
all you have to in video
It's
game.
not
All you have
all
to do.
luck.
It's
It's definitely there's training that people do.
Yeah.
but I'm
training.
saying,
There's like natural, like
I mean, you
your
have
reaction
to have, like,
time. And,
you
like, all
have
kinds
to
of
get
stuff
lucky
goes
with
into
your
it.
like hand-eye coordination and stuff
Exactly.
like that. But
Yeah.
that's the same thing as like
Same
these
thing with NBA
professional athletes.
in football.
There's all
Yeah, you got lucky and you're born.
born
a fucking-
talent.
You're gonna grow
Yeah.
up to be a 6'9", 250-pound linebacker. Like not
Or
Yeah,
a
like-
chance.
or your hand-eye you're born with such good hand-eye coordination you can fucking swing a bat and hit a baseball. Or
I do it every time. It might not go
oh
far.
yeah, really,
Might
really.
not go far.
Is
Just
that
'cause my niece
is that what we
pitches
gotta
it
do?
to
Is that what we gotta do? Is we gotta have like a outdoor workers comp and I have to pitch to you?
Dude,
You could fucking.
You know what? I would
drill
be
pro
down to
style
that. I would
fucking-
want to see that. I would want to see the
Actually,
results.
you know
of
what?
this.
Let's get real. Let's use a golf club and a golf ball. And I'm just
You
kidding.
pitch a golf ball at him and he fucking.
But aside from
dope.
that, there is practice that goes into this. You're just not naturally.
Oh, yeah,
it's not
no.
luck.
Yeah.
It's not luck. These people actually train and put in work. They put in so many hours into
Oh,
this to get good at the game.
But
you have to be good at it. Is the thing. Some people play the game and they have fun.
You have to be
yes.
really good, and then you have to fucking practice and work your ass off to get even better, to be like
Yes.
the best of the best. It's just like a fucking sport. It's just.
it's nothing like
Not
a sport
physically.
No,
because
it is a it is
I'm saying like the competitiveness wise. I'm not
physical-
saying physically. It's
Not
like,
He's saying,
physically,
like competitive,
but
the
mentally.
competitive nature and the luck that you have to be like the God-given talent.
like people have different reaction times and fucking like.
Yeah, like people. They even cut it down to like milliseconds and seconds of reaction time
Yeah.
of how good these people have to be.
And I mean, there's people who can take their like a fucking mouse on a computer, and they know exactly how much movement will get them from here to here, and they can just fucking do that, and it goes right where they want it, and fucking just like shoot somebody in the head or something. It's a lot of practice
so
and yeah, too.
And then it goes to the sensitivity, the settings that you put it all in, and all that. It goes really depth into it, man.
So the gamers, for instance.
I'm saying it's competitive. I'm saying like out of all the people who would
it's very
dream to be a
competitive.
fucking professional.
Will I ever be
gamer,
there?
Like be a streamer. Like
No,
play
because
games
But
I'm
professionally.
too good. I'm so good that I'm bad at it.
Okay, Eddie. Oh,
I'm better than the game. and
Eddie
I-
used to play bots in Modern Warfare 2 on easy, and he'd go fucking 15 and 23.
No, here's what Eddie's saying. Eddie's saying that it's a lot of luck because when he does good, it's lucky.
Yeah,
he
it
doesn't
is.
understand that a competitive player actually is just that good.
I mean, you
fucking
just gotta
game.
have better luck than the guy that you're playing against, honestly.
And I believe that to an extent because in fighting games, they
Definitely-
take Mortal Kombat. It just takes the person
I
to
don't
press
know, dude.
X.
Those are totally different. That's more of a. There's a strategy behind.
I mean,
those
same thing
games.
with like Call of Duty. Like, it's not luck that goes into it. Like, if you like to be like the competitive, like best of the best level, like you know those fucking maps, you know every angle, every spot, where
Yep.
to peek,
Yeah.
when to peek,
No,
where people are gonna be. Like,
I was just kidding
have, like,
about
the
that
reaction
because,
time and
yeah,
shit,
you
like-
know, you play those games and you got the kids that play it all day,
yeah,
and then you jump on there
Yeah.
and they know.
And you
every
spawn and you just
spot.
fucking die.
Yeah, they just
Yes.
snipe you every time you spawn. They're like, oh, he's gonna spawn over here. I mean, they already know the
Yeah,
calculations.
it's just
Or they're flying through the air and somehow their little, pistol just kills you instantly. You're like, what? Or you get the face-to-face,
and it just
machine gun battle and they take you out. And you're like, dude, I know I took him out. That's how you know you're better.
Yeah, 'cause they can just,
nonetheless, I would say parents that grew up in the '80s didn't think that kids would be making anywhere near as close as much money as they are.
It's kind of funny because everything that.
well, same thing with like whenever like sports first fucking started, right? Like some little kids like start playing fucking baseball.
Because sports started like in the
They're like, oh,
1800s,
there's no way this
man.
guy's gonna be making $100 million off of this.
Yeah. But it's funny because
literally like
everything that a
predate-
teacher
to like
told-
fucking
predate
Roman
the
times,
beginning of time,
yeah,
yeah,
they
that's-
it's, but like people that got paid.
Yeah, fuck you, Eddie.
Okay, Eddie, my apologies. Go on.
I'm just kidding. No, but I'm saying like everything that people told you that you could make money at. Now look at it, like those same things people are making stupid money at. Like
He's-
people making money at putting makeup on their face, or
He's right.
they're walking their dog. Like what?
Eddie, we gotta talk better into the mic.
I don't want to. Stop looking at that.
Well, when you do it, it does it right. Everybody
you know
else
what?
seems to know how to talk into a mic, except for you. Now half the audio is gonna be.
Well, it's because he's draping over his fucking shoulder.
But it worked last time. It did it last time.
it did
right.
work last time. It really did work.
It's not this time.
And even right now, when I'm doing it, it's worked.
you're yelling in my ear.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes you gotta talk loud. No, see, it's not doing it right now. When you talk into the mic, it works perfectly fine.
Yeah, and you know what? I agree with Eddie on this, and a lot of things that like nobody really said
Yeah.
would make money are making money right now. Girls that put on makeup and
I
show
mean, you can sell-
tutorials are making so much.
You could be
way
born
more
an
money.
attractive female and sell pictures of your fucking toes on the internet and make fucking racks. Like you can
I
make
know.
6 figures.
Or
easy.
you can unwrap toys and let little kids watch you unwrap toys and make
Exactly. You're
stupid
making
money.
fucking millions.
billions.
Or you can post a picture of your penis online and make $5 a month.
I'd
just
probably
from
get
that.
charged for it.
Hey,
They'll
bro,
shut you
dude,
down, man.
No, dude. Here's the thing. Everybody's into something. I mean, like us tiny PP gang over here. You know what I mean? We got it. There are people that are into that shit. So.
Dude, I wonder how much money the 2 Girls 1 Cup made.
Did we die?
We died.
So we just got G and Eddie.
Let's see.
We can. I could turn it over to the center. We can center it.
No, I think we should probably end here pretty soon, anyways.
Okay.
We gotta figure it out, G. Well, me and you will do some research on a good charger for that camera.
Yeah.
Just buy an extension cord.
I got another podcast
I mean-
I gotta record tonight. I'm gonna kill myself because that one I'm gonna have to carry. That's what I was talking about earlier.
Nonetheless, we're down to one angle, and Eddie, what are you looking at right now?
2
man?
girls, 1 cup right now.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna play it. I just want to know.
Maybe they don't. Maybe the people at home don't know what we're talking about. Let's play it.
Well, it's fake. They finally admitted that it's fake like a year ago. But I am curious on how much money that made, even though it's, you can watch it for free.
If that makes sense. So $1 million. No, that's the golfing tour. What the? This will be on our next episode. It's gonna be the first thing
We'll
talk
figure it
about.
out.
Yeah, next episode.
Because I
jump
know
straight in.
every click is money. So how much money did they make off of that?
Well, then also, yeah. I mean, it just kind of depends as well. I'm like,
He's
It's
right
all about the
that.
ads.
yeah, it depends on what
So we're
website it was
working on-
uploaded to.
Yeah. It shows the girl, shitting, and then I never actually watched it.
I never actually watched it either.
I was
and then
forced
it
to watch it, and I
I
threw
watched
up
it.
so much.
And then it's
Legitimately
just
made me
on
barf.
stream into
We'll watch it. Before we get into this, we're gonna.
We'll show
when
Eddie
we-
and G the video so they
yeah,
know what
so
they're
at
talking
least we
about.
can have a good conversation.
We'll
next week.
educate them on the subject.
Well, Eddie, go ahead and pull it up. We're gonna go ahead and get the exit here, G, since they can see you and not me. Give me the outro, and you did the intro. I'm just gonna.
All right, so for all our viewers, this was Workers' Comp. Join us every Thursday. That's when we'll upload. Our host Presley kind of sat out today, but you know he deserves it because he's.
I had multiple
He was
at
part
length
of this, is everyone
conversation.
You know what he did? He
I'd argue that I probably still talked more than you, and I was checked out for half of it.
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
about that one,
Pretty
but
close.
you know what? Nonetheless, he did his part. I would give him that. He did his part.
Guess who gets to sit down and edit this motherfucker for 2.5 hours?
Who?
Within
You
the
know
next
what?
few days.
Our host, nonetheless, our
Oh,
host.
they can't see who's raising their hand because the camera died.
Sorry, somebody can't buy a fucking charger for the
Hey,
camera.
you know
We-
you had to turn it back to me.
We're
you know
fucking
what I'm
0
saying?
for 2. We're 0 for 2 now on camera angles.
Oh, okay.
First week was my fault. I take admit to
Maybe we should do a subject on cameras.
that. Ooh. Yeah, watch next week,
Yep.
baby.
Tune in next week. This is Workers' Comp, Press, Dakota, Eddie, G, signing out.
Peace.
Eddie signing out.
No, he just hit all the.
I don't want to say
Over
that.
Eddie.
I want to say it on my own.
Eddie, we need a sound. We're waiting for a sound.
I already clicked out of it,
Guys,
dude.
Eddie is
Get in it again. We gotta stall. Oh my God, this guy,
This
man.
man,
This is our soundboard editor. My. Oh Jesus, man.
he came in though. I like some of the sounds that he had today though. I like.
They
what,
yell
two?
at me when
Play
I
us
get
out,
some.
Eddie. Play us out.
And just any of them?
Any
Any one of
fucking
them,
get us
any one of
something.
them.
Click a button. Boom.
That was not the one.